What's going on, everybody? Folks and gentlemen, we're your hosts, Roy Gravis, Bucky Pender, at the producer's desk, the good brother himself, John Marble.
Have you seen that guy before?
Center stage himself, back for a third time, Mike Wright from Longhorn Liquor. We brought in a celebrity guest reviewer.
Dude just shows up now.
Yeah, lucky for y'all, I don't have a life.
That's funny.
We're so lucky.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
it's
funny.
like finding a puppy dog.
Yeah.
He just shows up.
Feeding him, though.
But it's well, I mean, we do have whiskey, but he brings whiskey too. So it's
That's right.
Three-peat, there it is.
Yeah, 3P.
Hey.
What's going on, Clint?
Clint's in the house. You gotta love that.
Yeah, yeah.
So, weeks have been okay.
I'm here.
You're here. I get it.
I'm definitely here.
You get it.
I need it. I need tonight though.
We're gonna make it wild for you then. In that case, I'm gonna dive right into it. Honestly.
Okay, let's do it.
Smoke of the week this week is the Ashton VSG, which stands for Virginia Sun-Grown.
I thought you were gonna say Virginia Slim.
No, if it was a Virginia Slim, it would be interesting.
I was going like, I may have one of those.
Right.
So this little,
I remember my great grandma smoking them things. They were like this long and this skinny.
So this little gem is a level 5.
Okay.
Which is full-bodied.
Full body.
Since I'm full-bodied, I figured I'd do one for me at least. It is a sun-grown, Virginia sun-grown wrapper. Sorry.
I know where you got that lighter.
I know where I got that lighter from, too. I got it from you guys at Longhorn Liquor. Dominican binder, Dominican filler.
Was that a shameless plug?
It was a shameless plug. I love shameless plugs.
Brought to you by.
Longhorn Liquor. For all your cigar and liquor needs.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Hey, don't hate. I'll advertise.
Oh, man.
But yeah, it's supposedly really dark, which I'm a...
Oh.
This is the one I didn't put fuel in. It's about right.
Can we edit that out?
No. What happened there, buddy?
No.
I think I saw those at Tejas.
That's the fact that I think that's the one I forgot to put fuel in. I finished all of them pre-show, and I was running around washing glasses and bringing in bottles and setting the table up for the most part. And
It looks like a turd.
It's not the first turd he smoked.
That's a nice turd. It's got good pepper. It's a 94 rated cigar, and it was one of the top 25 of 2020.
Ooh,
So,
nice.
Not too bad.
Not too bad at all.
I got this from Longhorn as well.
Yep.
So
I recognize that.
Clint, this is not a pony show. This is a shit show.
I will. Ryan's exactly right too. By the way, I will love this one because I can already tell I love it.
When we start playing Genuine.
Yes, don't do that. And not only that, it's relatively young in the realm of the filler. There's only a 4 or 5 year old Dominican long filler that makes up the inside.
So what's the typical age on something like that?
It varies. Most people normally go 3 to 6. You've got some that do less, but that 4 to 5 is kind of the industry standard for a really good cigar. I mean, in my opinion, Ryan may completely disagree with me, and that's fine. He can do that.
You're going to pop off and say, like, no, it's got to be 20 years old.
To me, that 4 to 5
touch anything less than 15
is pretty good. Yeah, we can't do that. We're not being
right.
what was it? It was Whiskey Chads the other day. We got to come up with a term for cigar Chad. I guess.
Right.
We can't call it cigar
Chad. No, we can't do that.
Doesn't sound the same. But I like the fact that it was real easy to light once I found the right lighter that worked. And the fact that I punch cut it with the small punch, it makes it perfect because the end's not real big.
How's the draw on it?
It's a good draw. It's got a real good draw. It's not super packed. It's not real thin. It's kind of that happy medium in the draw. So I wouldn't see myself having to do a draw enhancement or anything with this.
Have you seen some of the videos that have popped up on our Facebook? Because we flew in the press.
I can tell you
I'm not even a big cigar guy. That's
I know
like
this
really
from
cool to me.
experience too. If you're ever in Key West, and I've mentioned this dude several times, I can't remember the name of him, but it's a little one-man shop on the end of the cruise terminal pier in Key West. He'll make it right in front of you.
Really?
Yes.
See, that'd be really cool for me
it's super
to watch.
interesting to watch.
I mean, it kind of goes into like what I've talked about with whiskey before, the art of it.
I stumbled in there one time off of Duval Street and watched that dude for 2 hours sit there and make cigars. He's like, do you want this one? I was like, no, just make another one. And he'd just make them and make them and make them. He's like, I'll sell them eventually. And then number 17 was the one I bought.
Nice.
So It has a near and dear
And
place.
I think I've mentioned it before. I know there's a gentleman down in Texas City
Yes.
that has a cigar factory
Oh,
where
really?
you
Yes,
can tour. You can go back there, watch them make them.
I gotta get his. I gotta find his contact info from
Maybe
somewhere.
it's Manny's. But I can find it
We'll
pretty
figure.
easy.
Yeah, we'll figure it out because I've reached out to several people.
I'll say as much as we're in that area, the girls like the outlet mall.
Right. Yeah, my kids. Yeah.
That'd be really cool. Something we could stop in and do one or visit one day.
Yeah. I like it. I like it. Fantastic.
Let them go do that, and
Yeah.
we sneak away.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of got a shoe fetish. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I ordered 2 new pair of shoes this week, 2 Merles.
I think we're both kind of guilty of that. All
Well,
my
I had to get a pair
Hey
for
Dudes
work because I got tired of my damn feet getting wet. So I got them on actually right now. They're waterproof.
Weirdly
Merrell
speaking of
Nova
shoes,
2s,
yeah. Have you seen those On Clouds?
They're expensive. My
Are they?
boss has a pair.
But
They're
I've heard they're like dream shoes.
They're $200-something a
like
pair.
they're popular like within the medical industry because they're always on their feet.
Those and
But I've heard-
Hoka's another pair.
Yeah, I've seen Hoka's. Those
Hoka's another pair
pretty
that-
popular. Man,
But those on.
Do you have a preference of shoe? Mike?
well, I hate
This
to
is so
give another
intriguing.
shameless plug because they were at Whiskey Fest, and the
I know where he's going
owner.
already. I want, and I know I'm going to pay for it, but I literally want to walk in and get a pair of boots with the functional
Literally,
gentleman logo
I'm
on
not.
it.
I'm on my feet a lot.
Right.
I wear these boots every single day, and they are so freaking comfortable. Love them. So Republic Boots in Houston. If anybody has a chance to go over there, it's in the Heights, not too far from our Shepherd location. Go in there and pay. My buddy Chris Conrad. You walk in, they're going to greet you with a beer.
And they really
Yeah.
are comfortable to stand
Oh,
on.
they are.
I mean,
I mean,
you stand. I know you're on your feet.
I wore them at Whiskey Fest.
Oh, really?
You know, yeah, that Friday
Yeah.
that y'all came out. I mean, that Saturday
Yeah,
morning.
that Saturday morning.
Yeah, like I was just running all over the place.
Yeah, you were.
And
So where do we start with these bottles on the table?
That was not obvious at all.
It was not. But
we're getting Roy off track.
Yeah.
at the
My
same
apologies.
time, but at the same time, we do have an official Super Bowl whiskey or Super Show bourbon show, whatever the
Big game pregame official drink of the week sponsor
That-
by Wild Hair Distillery.
And for those of
Out
you
of-
who don't know, Wild Hair is out of Tempe, Arizona. So not too far away from where the big game extravaganza.
Superb owl.
Yeah, whatever that thing is. Yeah.
Can we really not say the word?
I don't know.
Screw it. It's the Super Bowl.
It's the
Everybody
Super
knows
Bowl.
hell
That's
we're
what we're
talking
doing here
Yeah.
today.
Goodell, come at me, bro. That's all I'm going to
Yeah.
say. Come at me.
Don't threaten him.
Fuck you,
Wendy
Roger.
Tilton. Tilton. Yes.
I'm sorry, was that over?
No, you're good. You're perfectly good.
Channeling your inner Dave Portnoy.
Yeah. All right.
It's all one
Yeah,
at WHD Smooth. If y'all want to, y'all give him a follow. We're gonna tag him right here, but
Yeah,
it's
we're tagging
at
him in the post right now.
WHD Smooth.
There it is, right there. Wild Hair Distillery.
Yep. There you go.
Nice. Fantastic.
So-
They should be watching.
They supplied our drink of the week this week. They are the official pregame drink, and I'm excited to try it.
I am too because
I am.
it's interesting because you don't hear a whole lot coming out of Arizona.
Right.
I mean, you hear about the Colorado thing.
Well, Del Bach is
Del
probably
Bach.
the biggest one coming out of
Yeah.
Arizona.
They're the biggest one. But I was kind of curious. I reached out to this lady. Hey, we're thinking about doing this. She said, hey, I'll send you some stuff. Here's said stuff is. Now we get to the favorite part where
And we
get
get
to
a-
drink it and review it.
A one-off because we don't often do
one-off, and I'm
not
kind of
whiskey on the
interested
show.
about this, and I hope she's somewhere in the comments because this one-off is kind of a
It's the Angry White Oak.
Angry
we
White Oak.
translated it. That's exactly what it is.
We
Don't ask us to
translated
say
it.
it.
I'm
but
not
we
going to say it in
translated
Spanish because I'm going to butcher the crap out of it, but it is Angry White Oak.
Angry with it.
So, where y'all want to start?
It doesn't matter. Start with that one.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one. We'll
All
start
right.
with that one.
So this is what I'm going to guess is just kind of their introductory, their flagship, just regular old-fashioned whiskey. This is small batch whiskey from Wild Hair Distillery. Comes in at 90 proof or 45% alcohol by volume. This is batch number 6, bottle number 51, and their slogan is "Dare to be smooth." This is distilled in Tennessee, which we learned was the Tennessee Distilling Company.
Yes.
But it is the Wild Hair Distilling recipe.
Right.
So,
yeah. It sounded like contract distilling.
right. And that's kind of what we were talking about pre-show.
So yeah, I'm super interested to try this.
Definitely. It's aged and bottled by Wild Hair Distilling in Tempe, Arizona. This was distilled on 10 of 22 and bottled 2 of 23.
Yeah.
So kind of like we were talking about, it's going to be kind of in that 9-month-old range.
Yeah. And honestly, I would say over the last year, some of my favorite whiskeys that I've had the chance to try have been younger whiskeys. Yeah, some super young. I mean, I've had some Balcony stuff 6 months old, and
That's tight.
That's what she said.
Ooh.
oh, whoa,
Black.
Nah.
It's tight and black.
keeping that angry white oak bat.
I'm going big boy on this one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fat bottom.
Fat bottom Betty herself. That's what I so eloquently nicknamed this glass because I like it.
Oh, guys. It's going to be a fun show.
It's always a fun show.
Oh, so this one, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So this one's only 4 months old.
Ooh.
I
Yeah,
had to count on my fingers.
really has a pleasant nose.
Yes, it does.
Okay. It's kind of
Some sweet.
sweet, floral.
Let mine. While I pull up something. Oh, shoot. Yes, you may, by the way. I just got your text. Sorry. John sent me a text while we were doing this. May I borrow your cutter and lighter?
Yes.
Sure.
So it's got a green, like a
Yeah, it's got some youth there.
it's the grassy knoll.
Let's go to like a
But
little
it's
cinnamon finish.
Cinnamon,
Yeah.
like a vanilla cinnamon, like a.
I like it on the
Really
nose.
short on the finish, though.
Man, on the palate, it almost reminds me of like a TX.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's not bad.
It's got a good mouthfeel, though. Like
So
it
from,
coats the mouth really well.
It does coat, it's it's very good. I feel it all the way. Like
It does
in
have a
here.
nice
It's got that
finish.
nice finish to it. That real
I agree.
hug. It's like a desert hug. We're not gonna call it a
We
Kentucky
can't call it a
hug.
Kentucky
Yeah.
hug.
But it's a nice warm
It's a desert punch.
Do we know what MSRP on these
That
are?
we do not.
I bet I could find it on like
That's what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah.
Is
one of them there things.
their website.
Let's see.
But just to cover some of their notes.
Yeah,
on
what do
it,
they
it
have?
says-
Because I see you have it pulled up.
It says this whiskey is distilled in Tennessee by the Tennessee Distilling Company using a WHD, which is Wild Hair Distilling recipe. This sour mash whiskey mash bill is corn, rye, and barley. It doesn't give any of the percentages of it. It's barreled in a new white American oak number 3 char for 4 to 6 months. Afterwards, it is transferred to a second new white oak
Interesting.
barrel. The unique number 2 charred is almost medium toasted and
Excuse me.
rest for another 6 weeks. Since the second barrel is unique, non-traditional, it has cross cuts and honeycombs inside the barrel itself.
Okay.
It provides a straight whiskey flavor without a typical age time in a traditional barrel.
So it's very. I mean, and they're doing it very untraditionally. I mean, you don't hear a whole lot getting barreled at or bottled at just 4 months old.
Right.
And whatever they're doing, as far as the barrels go, I mean, it gives it a good flavor. And I wouldn't expect even the color from something that's only a few months old.
Well, and y'all know I'm not a big fan of 90 proof whiskey, and this drink's really nice.
This one to me
As
drinks
a sipper.
it's slightly to me it drinks slightly higher than a 90.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it drinks like 100, but
Yeah.
I'd probably, if I was just blind proofing,
98.
I'd say probably 95,
You'd be
94,
wrong. It
95.
would be 98.
That is incorrect, sir. So
What
they.
is- somebody asked what are you smoking? By the way, we had somebody ask that.
Brick House Robusto.
Oh, that's right.
Brick
yeah.
House Robusto.
Yeah, John's doing a Brick House Robusto, Ryan. Just
So they have a shop on their website, and they do U.S. shipping. It is wildhairdistillery.com for those that are interested, and it comes in at $49.99 It is currently out of stock.
Oh,
So they
okay.
are selling like wild
Yeah.
rabbits.
Yeah, she told me they were getting busy with it.
They sent the last bottle. to
Oh, I'm
us.
feeling so
Yeah.
special. Love you guys. I would definitely. I'm trying to think of what else. I mean, you said TX. I'm just trying to think of what else it.
Just that vanilla I kind of get on it.
Yeah.
I find very present in the TX.
Yeah. So I wonder. I'm curious, and I'd be curious if we were to really get a chance to dive in with these guys, what the Arizona heat and dryness
Yeah.
does compared to like the Texas heat and
Yeah,
humidity.
because it's total different.
It's it's two different heats.
Yeah.
It's two different. The desert can get really really cold at night.
Yes.
So I would be interested, especially in a longer aging process, what the Arizona versus Texas would do,
Yep.
because it does say
Yeah.
it's aged
It does. That's what I was checking
in
on.
Tempe,
Yeah.
Arizona.
Yeah, it's Asian.
So I would be curious, and I wonder if that has a little bit to do with the nice coloration of
Yeah.
it, and then of course the flavor and everything.
I feel this is more, being as Clint just commented on that. I feel this is less vanilla than TX, because I do see where he gets that heavy vanilla.
And I'm not a huge fan of the TX, the regular TX,
Right.
but and I've mentioned it before, and I've done it in my top 5 that I released at the end of the year. Their PX Sherry Cask is one of
Yeah,
my
PX is
favorite
good.
Yeah.
PX
finished
Sherry's
whiskeys.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's good.
It's a good one. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm pleasantly surprised because I was a little
Well, you're
nervous.
always nervous
Once I learned
when-
that it was only anywhere from 4 to 6 months old, you kind of wonder how good can it really be. But I mean, that's surprisingly good.
I feel it. Yeah, I feel
It's got for me. I think the mouthfeel, the way it coats my mouth, I think that's my favorite part of it.
I don't look at youth as being necessarily a bad thing.
No.
Where I think a lot of people do look, the younger it can't be as good as something
Right.
older, but I just think it's a different experience.
Yeah.
That some people may actually be drawn to.
Well, I mean, we know too. There's people that we know personally that are doing rapid aging over different stuff like that.
Right.
You age for a little bit, and it actually drinks more like an older.
Well, and Ryan put it so eloquently previously, and I find it a lot on the younger whiskeys, like a green bell pepper flavor.
Yeah.
We were talking about the distillery down in Port Arthur, and that was something that was prevalent on it. And then on Penelope Architect, I get that same kind of green bell pepper. I'm not saying it as a bad thing, but it's one of those things that I seem to find on some of the younger stuff, and I really don't get that on this. It's more, like you said, it leans that vanilla, cinnamon. On the nose, for me, it was more floral. But upon first sip, that was what I said, was kind of a greenness, but it's not green bell pepper. It's more of a, I don't really know how to describe it, but there was something there.
Yeah.
But I'm
Shout out to Jeremy Smith in the comments.
what's up, buddy? All right.
Yeah, Jeremy came through like a rock star last. Was
Oh
it
my
last
gosh,
week?
yeah.
Yeah, it was last week.
He said,
But you know what's funny is, like, literally where I live in Needland,
Yeah.
I probably live, as a crow flies, less than 300 yards from both
Really?
him and Clint.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
it's a good neighborhood.
Yeah.
Is there any houses for sale?
Right? Maybe 2 houses.
Maybe 2 houses.
I can promise you there's a lot of whiskey between those 3 houses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure. Like throwing bottles across the yard.
Yeah.
Here, I don't want this one.
What if they shot him out of potato guns?
Ooh, that'd be
That
fun.
would be interesting. I like
But
it.
Jeremy sent us a Widow Jane blend
Yes,
because
he
I'm doing
did.
this
That
whole blended thing for February.
Blend shit up. I love the name of it.
Mix shit up.
Mix shit up.
But he sent us a Widow Jane blend, which was two different store picks from y'all. It was like a 13-year and a 10-year, I think. And he blended those together, and it was damn good.
Yeah. That, one of those was the 13 year?
I
you said?
believe
Yes.
so.
Yeah,
I think
that
one
was the
was a 10
unlucky
and one was-
13.
yeah.
That was
Was that
the
what-
first barrel I picked
Oh, really?
when I got to Longhorn.
Well, that's really cool.
Yeah, so that bottle was special.
Yeah, he brought a
Hard to
B.
find.
Yeah, I mean that's an expensive pour if you were to put that on a menu somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, I'd love to
So-
get to that agave one.
You want to try the
You wanna go
agave one?
Agave next, or you want to?
I was afraid it was gonna
Okay,
wreck
well,
our
let's,
palate.
yeah, that's a good point. Let's go with
Or I mean,
the,
we can go proof wise because the regular proof to 90, the agave proof's at 93, and then we can go rye.
I'm
Which is
down for
116.
whatever.
Which is
Oh, is it
116.
really?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
rye's 116.
Nice.
Yeah, let's go agave.
Let's do it.
Okay.
So
I need
this
somebody to pronounce this because I can't read Spanish worth crap.
Angry White Oak.
Angry White
Okay,
Oak.
We're gonna call it we're gonna call it the Drove Angry White Oak, which is by the same company. Spirit distilled from agave with natural flavor and finished in oak barrels.
Yeah.
That's what it says.
Yes.
But it also a little bit
What he
deeper
said.
on their website. It let me see where I can find it because I know I had it.
I'd be curious of what they're saying, and if you want to do that, I'll take that from you.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. I actually have it pulled up right here. A char number 2 barrel with a medium toast and Madagascar vanilla beans are added to the barrel. So that's the first part of it that's kind of interesting. to me. This is their own distillate, from what I understand, because it says distilled and
it is. It's
yes,
distilled
so this
and
is their
bottled.
own
Yeah.
thing.
Does it say any kind of age on there?
It
No?
does not in this age statement. The only thing it says, and I'll continue reading it, it provides this product with a bourbon mouthfeel. The finish described by tasters is vanilla finish with a hint of caramel. The vanilla finish takes 3 to 5 seconds after tasting. Be sure to, and of course it tells you how to do it in an old fashioned, but it also is this is the number 1 seller out of their distillery.
Oh,
this is
okay.
what sells the most.
Let's see what it sounds like.
Oh,
That's a pretty
Man,
good one too.
whatever they're doing there,
Yeah, those corks are.
they got this thing right.
Yeah, that corks
Yeah.
are. That's 2 good bottle pops. But this also in March of 2020 won San Francisco World Spirits. It was the only winner in the category that it was in that was produced, made in the U.S. So,
them black corks are thick.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
yeah.
that's a thick black cork. You want some more? Or is that good?
No, that's good. That's good.
I was glad somebody picked up on that.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on.
All right, so this is, and I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna attempt.
Okay.
Roble Blanco
Oh, they're there.
Salvage,
The
or is it
Eagles.
Salvaje?
The Eagles.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to do karaoke there.
Yeah. That's a little hangout down there.
the
Either
Eagles
fraternal,
in Midtown.
fraternal
I've been there
or
once.
Cheers, Jeremy.
of Eagles.
Be good, be safe.
Yeah, they
Don't
got
do
a
anything we
badass
wouldn't do.
shuffleboard.
Oh, really?
There you go, yeah.
I like a good
And
game of
cheap
shuffle.
beer.
I like a good game of
Nice.
shuffleboard.
Cheap beer and shuffleboard.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So this is infused with vanilla bean. Is that what you
They were
said?
throwing
According
in
to
the-
what it says, the barrel is infused with Madagascar vanilla bean. If I'm reading it correctly.
The barrel and the bean made love.
The bean in the barrel.
Bean in the barrel. God.
that gets applause.
I like this crowd.
Tonight's a good crowd.
I like this crowd.
I mean, it's got a very whiskey nose.
A very unique nose.
It is very unique because you can get the vanilla on the nose with the whiskey, or at least I can. Because to me, that's kind of, and it may be the suggestion, the fact that I read it first.
Oh, it is straight vanilla. You could put that in a pie.
Ooh.
Well, you ain't kidding. That is straight vanilla. Whew. It's
You
good.
could call it angry white oak pie.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Angry White Oak. I don't know if
Come on, man.
I don't know if somebody would buy it with a name like that, but we have to work on that part.
Man, that is.
I just got the movie Life.
The movie Life. That's funny stuff. Oh,
My gosh.
it's good though. I mean, to me, it's
that is
good.
dessert in a
Different,
glass.
Yeah,
That
It's very
vanilla bean,
different.
really. I mean, it's like Bluebell.
Yeah.
Vanilla.
I
Like,
like dessert in a glass.
You like
I mean,
dessert in a glass?
that's exactly what I'm getting right now. It's
And-
like Bluebell
yeah.
vanilla ice cream.
Yes.
Wow. And what's the MSRP on that one, guys?
Well, let's take a quick look.
Yeah.
You'll like it.
Angry White Oak, $64.99.
Okay.
Currently out of stock.
Well, from what I understand,
Hey, we're trying to help y'all here.
They're a they're a micro distillery. So I mean, with all
That's-
micros, they go through.
But I mean, that is something you could put on your shelf, and I mean, it would definitely make a damn good cocktail somehow, some way.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, I could see you doing a
call it the
number.
angry white apple pie or something,
Yeah.
angry oak pie.
Man, just think of what you could do with, like, we talked about it not too long ago. You know, people that take Blanton's and Dr. Pepper and stuff like it. Can you imagine this with Dr. Pepper?
Oh yeah, I mean it would.
Angry white oak cocktail.
Vanilla bean flicker. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! It is not!
It is not last call. Don't you do that.
Do you have any angry white oak? Yeah, exactly. You'd get that. You would start getting that question a lot. Hey, you got any of that angry white oak in the back?
Yeah.
I need some pie. I want.
Angry white oak pie, yeah.
If I knew my boss was listening, I may have not told some of those jokes.
Mike. We told him not to. Mr.
I like
Williams,
this- I
we
like-
said not to do that.
I like the nose of it, though,
I can
man.
make it.
That's
Yeah.
I can make a milkshake out of that.
Yeah.
That's good.
right.
And the vanilla just gets heavier on the nose as
I
it
know.
sits.
This is-
yeah.
The way Mike is talking, this is the one you'd walk into the kitchen and you'd see him in the corner, kind of like American Pie. Angry white oak pie.
You got that one.
You got that one.
All right.
Thank you, too.
You got two. I love it.
I think we've played that one enough now.
We'll just tell your
And
mom.
cut.
We'll just
We're
tell
done.
your mom we ate it. That's good, though. I'm not.
That is really. I mean,
That is
I'm.
surprisingly-
It's interesting. Yeah.
It's
very
different,
interesting.
but it's close enough to a whiskey.
Well, they said you get it has a bourbon mouthfeel. Is how it was worded in their
But
on their website.
but you can
at
tell
least.
you can definitely tell it's made from an agave. You can definitely tell they infused it with vanilla bean.
I agree with that 100%. A smoked old fashioned with this would be
Yeah,
interesting.
because you would not need a whole lot of
No.
sweetener, whatever.
No.
Because some people use like maple syrup or
Well,
turbinado
It's
sugar.
funny you mentioned that the part I left out when reading this, they actually recommend doing it in old fashioned, but they recommend using agave and not sugar syrup.
Yeah,
So they
would-
actually mentioned that in their notes.
it would bring out a lot more of that agave sweetness.
Yes. But I mean, it's very interesting. I love it. As far as
Longhorn
the
Liquor does sell
interesting of it.
agave syrup. If
See?
y'all need,
Mike,
y'all need any.
Mike, Mr. Williams, if you're listening, he is doing his
He
job.
is doing his job.
That's called redemption.
Now, that's a whiskey. We've had that before. We had it
We've had
different.
redemption. Come on, man. Y'all sell that too, though, at
We
Longhorn
do.
Liquor,
We sell that at Longhorn Liquor.
located on Dallin Road or in Lumberton.
Yeah.
Well, there's other locations too. But
Our two favorite locations.
Yeah.
that's surprising to me.
I like it. It's good.
I mean, it's really surprising because of the vanilla.
Yeah.
That's what's really.
I didn't realize
surprising
vanilla
about it.
bean would take that. It'd be that strong.
Well, it's a specific vanilla bean, according to this, the Madagascar vanilla
Oh,
bean.
the Madagascar.
Yeah.
That's what they say. But I like what they're doing with this. At least I will say that.
So,
Hey, you talking about them animals on that ship?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
the
Madagascar.
zebra and the lion and yeah, I'm talking about them.
Yeah.
So next up on the list
Yes.
is the Wild Hair Distillery Rye Barrel Strength, and you said it comes in at 116. 116.
Almost 117. It's 116.9.
This one is currently $69.99 on their
Yep.
website and out of stock.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
Visit wildhairdistillery.com
Yes.
to find this and more.
Yes. Email them.
Yeah.
Email them. Hit them up. Say, hey, we need your stuff. Mm-hmm. Make it available.
We're telling them to buy whiskey they can't buy.
Well, buy it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Order it.
Pre-order.
Say, hey,
Pre-order.
Pre-order. There you
Pre-order.
go. Pre-order it.
Man.
That
Baby,
big black cord,
tight.
baby.
Tighter than you know what on prom night.
That's tighter than Nick's hat band.
It is.
Oh, man.
I got you. You got you. Yeah.
So-
Mike's always leery about my pours.
Ryan asked a good question. He said, where is this one, the rye distilled? This actually comes out of Indiana and is a 95.5, if that tells you anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is a 95.5.
They do not disclose, though.
No, they do not. They
But
said
it is a
it's-
95.5 made in Indiana.
Yep.
And it is aged and bottled in Tempe, Arizona.
Yes. And the cool thing about this is batch number 1.
Ooh.
Okay.
Batch number 1, bottle number 34.
Nice.
Yes. Bottle number
Oh, that's
34.
dark.
Ooh. Chocolate? Like
Dark
bitter,
chocolate?
bitter chocolate?
Or dark cocoa, maybe?
Yeah.
Ooh.
But bitter.
I like
yeah.
that. Okay. Okay.
Well, that nose is interesting, knowing it's
The
Very interesting.
the
that
nose
95.5 rye.
the nose is probably my favorite part.
Well, I've smelled a lot of those 95.5 ryes.
Yes.
And this is probably the most unique.
Unique.
Usually I can pick them up right away
Yeah.
blind just off the nose.
Right.
I would not have been able to do that with this one.
Not at all. Trying to see. So this one says it is 2 to 3.5 years old,
Okay. 2 to 3.5. Got it.
and it's one of their most popular.
I can see that.
Great to Manhattan.
It
or
must be.
old-fashioned.
It's sold out.
Exactly. If it's
Yeah.
selling out, it's got to be popular.
So, a question.
Okay.
Uh huh.
What are the rules? So, like Arizona, can they distribute to Texas, or what's the rule there?
That's up to to the distillery. Once they feel like they're at a level that they're trying to make contacts with the distributor, once you get on with the distributor, you need to have somewhat steady supply.
Yes.
Right.
So it's up to them, really. Yeah. I mean, there's obviously whiskeys, and like he had mentioned earlier with Del Bach,
Yeah.
that comes out of Arizona. That
Del
is-
Bach's probably the biggest one out of Arizona.
I think it's the only one I know out of Arizona,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, which I'm.
And there's a question on the show that I wanted to ask you last time, but I didn't get a chance to.
Okay.
Is like for Longhorn Liquor, is there certain alcohol that y'all can say no, we don't want it? Like, can y'all turn down?
Oh, absolutely.
certain-
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Williams, who's is primarily responsible for all the product that we have in our stores. It's his store. He can pick and buy whatever he wants, and we obviously, when it comes to all spirits, but primarily whiskey, we try to lean in pretty hard. We want to give our customers a very wide variety of different bottles to go to, and so we're always trying to bring in new stuff, and he's exceptional about that.
I don't know who handles y'all's social media, but hopefully they saw my comment on Penelope's new one that's coming out, Rio. Mm-hmm. It's
I
it's
did see
finished
that
in
bottle.
honey
Yeah.
and Amberana.
Which, that's like the third bottle that's popped up in the last
That's
month.
doing this
I actually
Amberana
have I brought a rye in from Koval
Really?
that is Amberana finished.
Yeah.
And I got a chance to try that one, and it was kind of had like a cinnamon roll thing going on.
Really?
It was very interesting. Koval's doing some cool stuff
Yeah.
they don't have a big name in we don't sell a ton of their stuff, but they're making some different whiskeys with different grains. Like they've
Yeah.
got one made out of oat and
really?
one out of millet, and so some unique stuff
The
going
oat one intrigues me just because like oat milk is a big thing right now with
Yeah.
everybody. Oat milk
Oat milk,
creamers,
yeah.
oat milk's all over the place right now.
Right.
So
And it was
that
the-
intrigues
me
me.
and-
not
on.
having
With
that.
tree huggers.
Are you a tree hugger, Roy?
No, there's nothing about me that screams. There's nothing about me that screams tree hugger because I grew up in a town with a paper mill.
The last
No.
time I checked, oat did not have teats to put milk out.
Does it have teats? I can milk anything with teats.
I have milk.
I have teats. Can you milk me?
I'm not milking you till you cut your toenails.
You're welcome, Bobby. And me and Ryan were talking about a little bit before the show, and I know you kind of feel the same way. Anybody that's doing something a little bit different or choosing a different grain, it's always intriguing. It's always a little bit interesting. Like we did the one that Ryan gave us, the Morning Glory Kasha, made with Kasha and buckwheat.
And buckwheat,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So that, and it was,
From
it
the
had a
Spirit
really
of
different
French
flavor.
Lick.
Yeah, Spirit of French Lick.
Yeah.
Morning Glory is what it
Yes.
was called.
Corsair, I think I may have mentioned this in a past episode. Corsair does, if you're familiar with that label, that
Yeah,
manufacturer,
yeah.
they've done a lot of different, but they make one out of quinoa.
Oh, okay.
That's it's interesting.
And
I really enjoy it. Yeah.
The one, what me and Ryan were talking about, because he had said, I know you're not real big into vodka anymore, but he was talking about a vodka that's made from breadfruit.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was kind of interesting. I mean, it would definitely be something worth trying, just because it's the idea of,
Yeah.
how does it differ? And everybody does corn, rye, barley in their whiskey. So how does Kasha and buckwheat, or quinoa change that flavor.
Yeah,
Does it
sure.
give it a
Exactly.
softness, a harshness.
Well, and you'd already mentioned it earlier. That's where to me, it's artistic because
Right.
you have all these different variables, and the grain alone.
Yeah.
We just named 7 or 8 different grains that are
Exactly.
technically you can make whiskey out of, and you can start combining them in different ratio. I mean, it's just the possibilities are endless
Yeah,
as
for
to
sure.
what somebody wants to create.
That's always one of my favorite things with like these distillers and everything. Like they're sitting there like, hey, what's gonna make this good? Oh, I don't know, just throw some breadfruit in it.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
throw something in. Who
Yeah.
cares?
They're all unique with the way they process this, and everybody's
Yeah.
doing a little bit.
Yeah.
There's some people are doing something just a little bit different.
Yeah.
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 That's the intriguing part. And of
They
course,
You know, there's like 3 or 4 guys sitting around the table when they're talking about it. Throw the breadfruit in, and they're like,
Bro,
what?
Yeah.
bro, my wife is on this quinoa kick. I got an extra pallet in the back. Throw it in there. It's fine. It's fine. And just kind of to expand a little bit on what you were talking about as far as Mike Williams picking and choosing and really wanting to give that selection to everybody. Ryan said Longhorn has the best selection. And when it comes to
they are the whiskey capital of Texas, by the way.
yes, but when it comes to overall selection, you can really walk down their whiskey aisle at any location, and you go from one end of the spectrum to the other. I mean, whether it's you're into the flavored thing, there's a billion different ones sitting on the shelf, or Scotch or Irish. I mean, just the selection alone, there are 475 different ryes. Like the Dallin store, I like the way they have the rye right there at the front. You know, you can choose from all these different ryes, and then it kind of goes into a little bit of a Texas, and then it's just kind of, but it's everything else. And I think we've talked about it before. I like the fact. Oh, it was a couple weeks ago on the whiskey education thing. Because I don't like top shelf, bottom shelf. I like price point.
We had a conversation.
So when I pulled
I
up,
like that you put a $26 bottle of whiskey on your top shelf, and then there may be a $50 bottle on the second shelf.
yeah, and that was so we did a store reset in our Beaumont store, and that's why you see those match what Beaumont's
Right.
doing
Yeah.
right now. We still have more of the, if you want
Can
to
you
take the
turn that
traditional Kentucky
Turn the
Gentleman's,
heater off.
Kentucky Gentleman, that kind of stuff is
Yeah.
still on the bottom
Right.
shelf in
Right.
Lumberton, and it does kind of flow more with price as you go up. But I like what Beaumont's done,
I do too.
what they've done in that
I've liked
store,
what
and
they've
so
done.
you'll actually see where more of your budget-friendly whiskeys are actually just grouped all together
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So if somebody's coming in and they're looking for a budget-friendly whiskey, they're not walking the entire aisle.
Yeah.
Looking at, they can
Unless
just.
they're us, we walk the
Yeah,
entire
I walk the,
aisle.
I walk
multiple
the entire
times.
aisle multiple times,
Yeah.
and then I get yelled at because I pick up a bottle, put the bottle up, pick up a bottle, put the bottle up.
He assured me he wasn't going to do that to you no more. I talked to him the other day.
Yeah. Is that James?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun.
It's
Yeah.
a ton of fun.
So we got a couple more comments while we were all blabbing along.
Okay.
Jeremy said he lied. He's not going out.
Oh, wow.
He got
Okay.
some Dalmore 12 from Longhorn and
Nice.
Newland today, and it was too good. Had to have a second pour, dipping my toes into Scotchy Scotch.
Yeah,
Why, Jeremy? Why?
that Dalmore 12 is really, really good pour. I'm a fan of Dalmore.
I have 2 words for you. Revenant Oak.
Yeah.
Love Revenant Oak.
Man, Roy was mentioning that earlier. I got to spend some time with Mario from Andalusia
did you?
this week.
He didn't mention the other part. Dude called me. Like, dude walked outside, smoked a cigarette. He's like, I guess what I'm doing. I'm in Carrabba's having dinner with Mario from Andalusia, and I'm like, I fucking hate you right now.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I can't stand your ass
Oh,
right
you
now.
have an open wound here.
Yeah, more salt in it. Fantastic.
But no, love that guy.
Yeah, he's good.
and,
I like what they're doing out there. The Revenant Oak is like,
Yeah, I did an industry show out at Ford Park on Thursday,
Okay.
and we were just doing some little samples at our booth, which we had the most popular booth by far because it was mainly guys within the refinery and construction and stuff like that. But that's what most of the vendors were, and then here we had 5-6 whiskeys
Yeah.
that
Yep.
they could come get a little sample of.
I like
and, the Striker actually
Striker,
from
yeah.
Andalusia was by far
Really?
the most popular whiskey
Striker's
on that
good.
table. Yeah,
pretty cool.
So it was
Striker's a
cool.
good one.
It's Mario. He comes out here because they're trying to grow some roots here
Right.
in Southeast Texas with the
Right.
brand. We've mentioned Andalusia before and how
Mm-hmm.
small they are, and so it's good to kind of see some of that starting to take hold.
Yeah,
and,
for
and,
sure.
and build up a little bit.
I'm trying to plan my anniversary trip around Andalusia right now.
It's funny. Me and Jamie, we're going on vacation here in a couple weeks, and we're starting off somewhere. We're going to go and go to Andalusia and
Awesome.
And in the week in Waco,
Yeah.
picking barrels at balconies.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, and so
That's a
and-
way to end it right there.
Yeah.
Very much so.
So come
That's
back
pretty
from
cool.
that and then fly out that following Tuesday
Yeah.
to Kentucky, and got 2 more barrels coming from Maker's Mark, and
Look
then
at there.
going to Old Forester
Man.
and Four Roses. So
Very
we got
nice.
a nice little trip planned
Nice.
for that as well.
His life is so rough.
I want his. I'm not gonna lie. I want his life.
Yeah,
Like I want to literally like say, truck. Screw a truck.
yeah.
Where's the magic dust?
Yes.
I got to
where
thank
is
my
the
bosses for that.
Right.
yeah.
Right.
So
So I'm curious because everybody knows how my week was. I did get a little bit of a hint that you were coming on the show. Are you here just for funsies and hanging out tonight, or you got something you wanted to talk about a little bit, or?
Well, just we're coming off Whiskey Fest. We've gotten
Yes.
a ton of feedback, and everything's going super smooth with that. And
Good.
I already started talking to some vendors, and people are 100% on board.
Love
So
it. I can't wait.
the early planning stages of
I'm counting the days right now already.
yeah, Whiskey Fest 2024 is underway, and we couldn't be. From the vendors and even attendees was the amount of room that people had to move
Yeah.
around, and
Yeah.
we probably mentioned that on the recap show
Yeah, we did because you said that. Correct me if I'm wrong. The guy from Houston
from HBS.
Yes, mentioned the fact that he liked the elbow room, and I loved the setup. I mean, to me, it flowed well. You know, everybody had enough space to do their thing. You had little pockets where like certain people were gathering. It was kind of interesting because it kind of reminds you of that walking through the halls at high school. You had this clique here and this
Yeah.
clique here, and it was kind of cool.
Yeah, and
I
that
loved
was
the
the-
atmosphere of it.
But going back, we were able to see somebody had a drone flying around in there, and so we got to see some of the aerial footage. And even though we had over 1,000 people in the building that night,
you still see a lot of pockets where there's empty spaces.
well, you
Yes.
can put a little bit more tickets out there,
Yes.
and not lose the feel of having that room to move around. And so we'll probably increase tickets by maybe 20%.
Nice.
And so give people an opportunity that to get out there, and I think it's gonna sell out fast.
Well, I know
think this year,
myself
yeah.
and the Bearded Wonder over there are highly. We're ready to hear
Yeah,
too.
we're definitely
Yeah,
ready for
absolutely,
you, too.
and we've already talked.
Oh, yeah.
Off air about maybe even ramping up some of the cool stuff
that we're able to do.
y'all did this past year, and
For sure.
And so yeah, we're super excited about that. We've just recently purchased a warehouse. Okay.
A warehouse.
Yeah, warehouse. It has 8 offices.
Okay.
It's got a 4,000 square foot warehouse behind it.
Ooh,
So
that had pepper on it.
we've
My lips tingling.
constantly
That's a
trying to
good thing.
expand our own premise, which
Okay.
is our bar and restaurant
Right.
business, and do some super cool things, and that gives us the ability. But really, the office space up front. Mike's constantly meeting with vendors, and has these, and most of these meetings take place across the counter from each other in a
Okay.
busy store, and
Right.
Right.
and both of us, we get in the stores and you try to get stuff done, and
I mean, we all did it. We had to step into the back room and be able to talk for a couple minutes. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, it does. That's kind of the game plan for that warehouse is have an actual office to sit down and meet with people.
Yeah, meet with people, move some stuff over there, really play that up, really try to grow the on premise, and we're looking at doing, having kind of going into an expansion
Okay.
of Longhorn. Don't know quite what that will look like, but we're hoping to, continue to grow as far as number of stores. And
Because you guys are at 12 right now.
we're at 12.
Right.
13 is definitely already coming at Crystal Beach, which we probably talked about that one. That's
We've talked about that. Is that public knowledge, or is
yeah.
that?
No, that's public. I mean, that's a done deal. I mean, it's if
That's exciting.
construction hasn't started, it's
Right.
it's within a matter of weeks.
I mean, that's a really great market to be in.
It's
I mean,
very interesting market.
Yeah, it's a very interesting market. In fact, some conversations I've had with vendors and telling me some of the, accounts they deal with as far as bar and restaurants, even on the island,
Yeah.
how unhappy they are. That may present an opportunity for us to get in there and try to get some of that bar and restaurant business over
Because
there as
y'all
well.
do quite a bit of bar and restaurant in our area right here, don't you?
It's growing for sure. We're, relatively speaking, even though we've been around 10 years, or Mike and Dennis have opened a little over 10 years ago. We're still relatively the new kids on the block, and with some of the stores that are in our area, they've been here for a very long time, and so we'd like to have more of the bar and restaurant business in their area, because that's something I personally run with for Longhorn, and I'm super serious about customer service and taking care of those guys. And
You can tell that when you walk into any one of your stores, and not just that, with you having a catering background, I feel that's a good move. For you to kind of be in, because you know what it takes to go through what the bar and restaurants go through.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the selection that we also have, some of these bars and restaurants, I think we can really help them change up their whiskey game a little bit to make it even more attractive for. We all know how the whiskey community is.
And that's
Pour me another, good brother.
so. And that's kind of one of my
I
biggest
feel I can
complaints,
use that now, being
right?
they're out of business.
That's one of my biggest complaints because so I know the namesake means nothing. Why you gotta do stuff like that? Mike always brings goodies, and you bring it out right after I pour us a glass.
Yes.
Well,
But I do want to shout out one more time before we move on
sure.
and get too far away.
Yes.
Wild Hair Distillery, y'all check them out. Go to their website, wildhairdistillery.com. They're doing great things. They're coming out of Arizona, and I know that was the big draw for us because the Super Bowl is in Arizona. We wanted to do something coming out of Arizona. They reached out. What was the young lady's name?
Wendy Tilton.
Wendy Tilton was awesome to talk to. I know you interacted with her a little bit more than I did, but I did get a chance to read the emails. They've been awesome to deal with. They've 100% supported us since the moment they knew we were doing this.
Yes.
They've shared it on their Facebook, so go like and share their Facebook, like and share ours. Hopefully we can do more with them in the future. I know Arizona's a little bit of a drive if we were to try to make it out there, but I'm super excited with what they're coming out with. I want to see where they go. I want to see where they go moving into the future. Is there something with a little more age on it? Is there, where do they go from here? And that's a great part of the story.
I actually think it's a perfect segue to me pulling out this bottle, because Andalusia is on a very small scale still.
They're similar in size, from what I understand with conversations I had with Wendy.
So they need people's support.
Yes.
Let's not just, when we see it, and we know we've talked about it before, the secondary market, stuff like that, people only looking for certain bottles when they come in the store. People need to be supporting these crap because they're making good products.
And they are.
You need to have an open mind when it comes to whiskey.
Yeah.
I mean, I get the unicorn bottles and the allocations and stuff
It's
like that.
fun. The hunt is fun.
The hunt's fun.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
But grab a bottle.
I mean,
and
I
it'll
think we
surprise
can
you.
all agree these are good products.
I'll put
They're good
I would put
whiskeys.
this on my shelf.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can comfortably say I wouldn't mind having all three of these bottles on my shelf.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
No, and we do,
Okay.
and
That's
we
what
do
we
this,
tell
full
everybody
disclosure.
that, yes.
When we do this, we are going to be 100% honest.
And not
The
just that,
price-
we are not going to be paid neither. Nobody can
Yeah.
pay for our review.
Right.
The price point for a 375.
Yeah.
At $69.99. That is a very, very premium
You're
Yes.
price.
You're asking a
I mean, you're
premium.
really getting into Garrison Brothers
You are.
territory, and so, I wouldn't mind seeing maybe if they could ramp up production, maybe those costs go down and they can lower that bottle cost, to
Yes.
make it more accessible to people. But you see that a lot with the craft distilleries that are popping up all
Yes.
across the
No, for
country,
sure,
that they carry a little bit more of a premium price
And they do,
tag.
because I mean, it's a craft. I mean, let's be honest. At the end of the day, it's a craft distillery.
Yeah.
You're going to expect to pay a little more.
Yeah.
So I love, like I said, I love what they're doing. To me, if I had to pick my favorite bottle on the table, it's probably their rye, just because I like the higher proof.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
I did like the rye a lot.
Yeah. I do. I like the rye.
Yeah.
So, without divulging too much information or whatever you can or cannot say, you said, y'all are looking toward the future for Longhorn. Is there anything you can say about that, or
No.
do you have any idea? Is there expansion other than the Corpus Christi store in the plans? Is there
Crystal Beach. Corpus Christi, yes. Yeah.
Crystal Beach, sorry. Did I
Somewhere
say
close
Corpus
to-
Christi?
Yeah, somewhere close to water.
My bad, dog. Yeah, you know, the one by the water.
Yeah.
Out there somewhere.
No, nothing definitive. I think, really it's just an overall mindset that we have.
But this warehouse office space is definitely step one.
Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
That's
I mean,
that's
I feel-
part of the mix for sure. And I can mention that because we've that's.
Well, I
that's
feel just for the fact that y'all are expanding, and y'all do a good job with the restaurant and bar industry here.
Yeah.
So I feel that's a necessary thing. For
Yeah, and
y'all.
that's kind of what I was, and I've stopped my thought process, but that's one of my biggest complaints whenever we go out to eat is I always make a trip by the bar to see what the selection is. And I'm not going to lie to you, there's not a good selection here in Southeast Texas.
Really not.
I agree with you.
I know the namesake doesn't matter, but we went to Longhorn Steakhouse for my birthday this past year,
Yep.
and that was one of the first things I did because it's my birthday. I want something good, and
Yeah.
I want to be able to enjoy it. I think it was literally like Jack Daniels and Crown Royal was their
Hey,
selection. And
the wife and I had the same experience. Matter of fact, today for lunch, we went to Outback for lunch. Had a bunch of gift cards, went to Outback. Same thing.
Yeah,
I just
It's,
that's
it's
really-
very vanilla.
and there's
I
nothing
love the
wrong with
fact
Jack
that
Daniels. I cut my teeth on Jack Daniels. It's what got me into
Sure.
the whiskey game. Their single barrel selection is amazing. But I mean, and I'll go ahead and say it. Whenever we went to the Tree not too long ago,
The tree selection.
the Tree selection,
good.
it was so good. I made a TikTok video and put it out there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
good.
the first real whiskey selection I've seen, and I was like, I'm
Yeah.
breaking out a $200 bill and I'm slapping it on the table, and I'm gonna try what I can because
Yes.
this is awesome.
Yeah, and we supply
That's what
the
they do.
whiskey
That's what I
there.
was just fixing to say.
Somebody that's really trying to make that step in the right direction is Carrabba's.
Yep.
I've recently
Okay.
started handling their account,
Okay.
and we've been working on these bourbon dinners together.
Yeah.
I remember you telling me something. Those
I do
intrigued
like-
me because I saw
these-
that one and I'm like, I'm gonna have to get into that at
Oh,
some
for
point.
sure.
I'm not hyping anything because I helped put these together. I'm being serious as somebody at first that looks at it through the mindset of a consumer.
For sure.
Those dinners are ridiculous. And
Are
the
they?
first time you go and you see the menu that they put in front of you,
I'm sure it's
and then you get this last one we did with Rachel from Maker's Mark last week, maybe it was 2 weeks ago, and you went from soup and salad to lamb lollipops to an 18-ounce New York strip and to
Yeah, it's literally like 4, 5, 6
I could die and go.
course
Yeah.
dinners
I could
that
die and
they're
go to
putting-
heaven.
Yes.
2 cocktails and 3 neat pours of high-proof Maker's Mark whiskey.
Yes.
Wow.
Like for $100,
That's not bad. at
it's
all.
not
No,
bad.
that's really not.
$100 a head.
Because
It sounds-
I'll admit, when I first started seeing y'all's little dinners pop up,
Yeah.
first thought was, okay, dinner, $100 per seat, blah, blah, blah. My first initial thought was, that's a little steep.
Yeah, sure.
But hearing you say it and hearing what you get and
Yeah,
reading
when you
it,
dive into it, yeah.
you can't get that for $100 any other time.
And then you add in somebody like, if y'all have never met Rachel Bloom Soto with Maker's Mark, she is the top of the game when it comes to a brand rep. She's freaking awesome. Mario's come out there and done Andalusia. Actually, the guy helped put that thing on works for Carrabba's. We put him
Yeah.
on with that's his favorite so far. Has been
Really?
the Andalusia.
Nice.
But working on the one in March, I've been in contact with Megan from Law's Whiskey House, and we're looking to maybe
Megan
do
was
Law's.
awesome.
Yeah, she was. We
I
met
love
her at
talking to
Whiskey
Megan
House.
out
Yeah,
of Whiskey
she's-
Fest. She's awesome.
She's awesome. I mean, and then looking at April, maybe to do something with Elena
Really?
from Garrison Brothers.
Nice.
And
That's what
so
I'm talking about.
Elena's really cool, too.
these dinners, anybody that's listening, they happen once a month.
So can I make a request?
Sure.
In May, can you do something with Balcones? It's my anniversary month. That's the only reason why I'm asking.
Yeah, I think I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I know a guy.
I know it.
I know a guy.
I know a guy that knows a guy. I like
Yeah, man.
So this is Clear Lake Scotch Bourbon Society.
Yeah. So
Is
this was
some,
this
are these
was
some people you know?
so as much as I love doing the picks for Longhorn, and I think that we're really known for the quality of our picks.
Oh, y'all's picks are.
I also like to get picks from other groups or other stores out there. So this is actually like a Facebook group.
Okay.
And the Houston Bourbon and Scotch Society.
You have to find that.
So
We have a
That one says Clear Lake on it.
yeah. I have
Clear Lake, yeah.
It's Clear Lake Scotch and Bourbon Society.
Yeah.
We have a Texas Marine location in Clear Lake.
Okay.
okay.
So
Yeah.
that's what caught my eye. I said Clear Lakes. I was like, ooh, what?
So this was aged for 3 years in an ex-maple syrup barrel, and comes in at 114 proof.
Oh, okay.
So this
Yep.
is their triple distilled. So this
That's
is
just Houston bourbon
Sorry.
this is
on theirs.
this is their ode to Irish whiskey with the triple distillation.
Yep. That's it. That nose is it's kind of floral to me on the nose.
Too scotchy. I mean, too
It's-
malty for you.
I mean, that rides the line.
Does it? Yeah.
I love it.
It rides the line. There is a sweetness there, though, and I'm sure it's coming from the maple syrup, maybe. But there's something there that I could look at this and go, if you poured me another one, I would drink it.
Oh God, that's so
I'm
good.
so glad you said that. I'm so glad.
But don't get me wrong, and I love what Andalusia is doing. And
Oh, I do too. To the fact
You're
that
just
when
not the biggest single malt.
When
I'm
he
not.
called me when he was
Hey, there's
when
no-
he was having dinner with Mario, and he called me. My wife would tell you the look on my face. I wanted to be there so bad.
because I enjoyed the shit out of their booth at Whiskey Fest.
Yeah, their booth was.
I mean, I don't get me wrong. I love what they're doing, and if anybody's gonna get me to that point, it's gonna be somebody like Andalusia.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, granted, don't get me wrong. Balcones, they're single malt. They're the one. I mean, I can drink that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. John's gonna catch this reference. John, see what I'm doing? They the ones.
They're the ones.
They the ones.
Ryan, I'm trying, Ryan. I'm trying, Ryan.
Bucky's palate is growing. I know. We're so proud of Bucky and his palate.
So Tyler made a nice little comment there.
Okay.
J. Wilson's, 409, KO, The Tree, and JW Patios is just about the only place you can go and find a great, not good whiskey selection.
Yeah, some of those he listed, I don't disagree with, but some
KO,
have.
what's K? I'm sorry, KO.
I'm not familiar with KO neither.
Ko is the, I believe it's the Korean restaurant next door to 409.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what's interesting about those is those are all locally owned, if I'm not mistaken, restaurants.
No, they're
Yeah,
all
there
local.
are. Yeah,
I mean,
Jay Wilson and JW
Because, I mean,
Patio is one
like
and
we
the
said,
same.
Longhorn
409
Steakhouse.
and KO are the same owner as
Okay.
well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But like we said, you went to Outback, I went to Longhorn Steakhouse. Those are national chains.
Right.
Right. Yeah. But
Is that the trick to be a locally owned?
Let me be honest with you. With some of these chain restaurants, they do have like a blueprint from corporate
Yeah,
that
they
they're
do.
supposed to abide by.
They
So
have
they
more or
can't-
less a planogram where they have to. When you walk in their bar, it has to have this, and this.
Right.
on it.
and they don't maybe have the liberty to bring in, but
XYZ. Or,
Yes.
So, we're a few minutes into this, and we could do this all night long.
We're a few minutes in.
Do y'all want to talk a little bit about the Superb Owl or Super Bowl?
I mean, we
or
can. Yeah.
The big
We
game.
can. The prop
Hell
bets
yeah.
always intrigue me. I love
know.
the prop bets, and that's where I go all the time with the prop bets.
So,
$20 on the Chiefs.
oh gosh.
$20
Well,
on the
so much for my
Chiefs.
Fab Four pick four. John's already answered his. I do have a couple of BFFs, and I'm curious of everybody's thoughts on these. For those that are new to the program, BFFs are Bourbon Fun Facts. This week, Milam and Green are having a grand reopening to celebrate their new tasting room, along with some additions to the distillery and rickhouse. March 4th, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Have you been to Milam and Green?
I have not. Interesting. I've liked several of the products
Yeah.
I've tried.
Oh, for sure.
I just haven't. When you get out there to the hill country, even like some of these distilleries are open at weird
Yeah.
times, like Monday and
Yes, they
Tuesdays,
are.
Wednesdays. They may not be open because the crowd's not as
Yeah.
so they're just doing the production thing. But it's interesting you said that date because I was going to throw one in at the end. Andalusia's actually that same day. So
Really?
if people wanted to go out to Milam and Green and then kind of split the day, literally 3 miles up the road.
Oh, is it really? I did not
they're
realize
super
that.
close, yeah.
And Andalusia's doing a chili cook-off / festival up there. I was
Nice.
telling these guys earlier, hopefully I hooked them up with Pug Johnson, so hopefully he'll be playing out there for that event.
That'd be cool.
That'd be a great weekend. Most likely I'll be out there that weekend. So if you don't like either one of those distilleries or like Pug Johnson and you just want to come see me,
Then you're just wrong.
yeah, then
Hang
I'll
out
be
with
there.
this guy. We love hanging out with this guy. He's here 3 times.
He just
Yeah.
shows
And 3
up.
times is
We have to pretend to
we're,
like him. 'cause
we're
he just
going
shows
more than
up.
3
Yeah.
times. I can tell you right now. He's gonna
I'm
be
just
more
waiting
than
on
a
the.
3-time guest.
I'm just waiting on the night that we're sitting here doing the show, and all of a sudden you hear.
Hey, y'all said open invite.
I told him open door. I told him he had an open door policy.
Don't tell me.
I got a couple more. Garrison Brothers released their Guadalupe, which is finished in Port Sherry cask this past weekend, and they sold out on the spot.
Yes.
From what I understood,
At the distillery.
At the distillery.
Yes, it is just now getting into retail outlets.
Okay.
We
Is it?
probably
Okay.
will have it, here in the next couple weeks.
Okay.
I love that.
Perfect.
So,
I'll be
yeah.
on the lookout for that one.
Yeah.
Fred Minnick is having 2 Super Bowl parties. That one was last night, one's tonight. I don't know if you happen to see the ticket prices for that. $1,125
For Fred Minnick's
for
Super
Fred
Bowl
Minnick's
party?
Super Bowl party.
Yeah. Yeah, that tells you all you need to
Hey,
know about Fred Minnick.
Fred Minnick, literally, like I was shocked. Fred Minnick was on what they refer to as Media Row.
Yeah.
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 That's kind of.
But and then
I would love to be on Media Row
right.
one day.
We are coming to you live from not Arizona and not on Media Row
Yes.
tonight.
Not even close.
The Kentucky Bourbon Trail topped 2 million in attendance for 2022.
Oh, wow.
That's
Okay.
their highest ever
Highest
recorded
ever, yeah.
year.
Yeah, I mean, we all know whiskey is still in this
Growing,
growth phase.
yes,
Yes.
for sure.
And you see it with, like Wild Hair Distillery and these craft, boutique kind of distilleries that keep popping up.
If you want a craft thing, I'm just going to do a little foreshadowing. We've got some craft stuff coming up the
for
next
sure.
few weeks. I mean, we've got.
We've got a lot of stuff that's rolled in. We're gonna have a pretty much from now tonight through probably the next month, at least,
yeah.
is gonna be mail calls.
Yes.
I mean,
Call.
Can you record that?
hey, we need to cut
record
that.
that. We need to let him do the mail
Clip
call.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll send y'all the bill.
Yeah, I need
Wait a minute,
royalties.
hit it again.
Mail call.
Fantastic.
Yes,
Done.
thank you, sir.
We'll edit it down.
But I'm excited. We've got a lot of cool stuff coming up, and I know we've always tried to pride ourselves on putting stuff on the table that's available.
Sure.
Because that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
We brought up Fred Minnick. You can't find his top 10.
No,
You're not going to
you
buy
cannot.
that.
Not even
Right.
close.
Yeah.
What I put on my table, what Roy puts on the table, we want people to go out and buy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And,
No, we
and,
do.
and you see guys like yourself and other influencers out there that they what's available.
Yeah.
Like they don't lean into the BTAC or the
Right.
Pappies and
I,
stuff like that.
I released like top five
Yeah.
lists at the end of last year. Every single one of my top 5s was readily available.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Thank
not
you for
something
telling
that's-
me how great William LaRue Weller is. I'll never
Yeah,
see it.
exactly.
So,
All I hear is that's the number one you'll ever try. William LaRue Weller is the number one you'll ever
I mean,
drink.
I'll see it. Y'all won't
Right.
see it.
Got something in my eyeball. Hang on.
I love it.
Well, I did notice you parked straight into the driveway this week. Speaking
we
of
were-
William LaRue Weller, I know somebody that just so happened to crawl underneath your van at one point in their life
Yeah.
that could use a bottle. And now you're going to spill everywhere. No.
That's what you get for making me laugh.
All right, so big game. We called this episode Bourbon and Ball because that's what we do. We drink whiskey, we talk football. It's the big.
Oh, that's why it's bourbon. Okay. I got it.
I mean, were you here for other reasons, sir? We can name it Bourbon and Balls. Oh, this is the big game pregame show. So, couple fun facts for you. Mahomes and Hurts are not only the youngest.
Sounds like a law firm.
Mahomes and Hurts, yeah.
Yeah.
Mahomes and Hurts are the youngest combination of quarterbacks to play in the Super Bowl at the ripe old age of 51 years and 337 days old
Combined.
combined.
Wow.
Also, they're the first ever 2 black quarterbacks to
Yes.
face off in the Super Bowl.
They are, yes.
Which is kind of, I was a little surprised to hear that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's been some great black
Well,
quarterbacks.
aren't you a piece of shit?
What?
What?
I don't know what that was.
I don't neither, but that was okay. Yeah,
What the hell just happened?
I don't know. John called me a piece of shit. Apparently, I love the whole
Somebody
like, from-
hacked.
It's we've been hacked. We're official now.
Roger Goodell has been with your show.
Yeah.
Screw Goodell.
Yeah.
Roger, is that you?
Yeah.
But I thought that
Feel
was
like-
really
I
interesting
feel like
because
the English.
look
again.
at the history of black quarterbacks, and I know what I'm about to name is they didn't all play in the same era, but I mean you look at Donovan McNabb, Warren Moon, Michael Vick, all of these.
Well, not just that. Go back to the first one that ever won a Super Bowl, Doug Williams with
Doug
the
Williams.
Redskins.
And I mean
Randall Cunningham.
Randall
Cunningham.
Cunningham. I mean you look at all and
Steve McNair.
you look at
Dante
all,
Culpepper.
Yeah.
Right. I mean you can go on and on. How
Yeah.
have none of these guys ever competed in the Super Bowl against each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean,
That's
it's really
wild.
what's really fun is, although Mahomes can scramble and he makes spectacular throws and it's highlighted all the time on ESPN and NFL Network.
Yeah, his behind the back throws.
Right, his
no
random
looks and all
crap that he
yeah.
does. They're almost 2 completely different quarterbacks
They
because
very much
Mahomes is
are.
very, very much a pocket passer. Granted, he
is.
scrambles and he has the ability to do it, but you look at Hurts' run game, he's all about the power and the
Yes.
run, and he's got
Well,
really
he's-
good accuracy.
He's bigger than Mahomes too, so
And
let's
he's-
throw that into.
But I mean, you look at their styles and you look at the game today, and you can legitimately say both of these guys are what the NFL is today.
That, yeah, it's a very
Yeah.
much pass happy
'Cause you
league,
look
and
at-
they did both throw it.
And what do they both have in common?
They're both from Texas.
They are both from Texas.
Because matter of fact, I'll do you one better than that. So Jalen Hurts plays high school ball in Channelview, right down the road from here.
Yes.
Where Patrick Mahomes played his high school ball at White House, which is just outside of Tyler.
There you go. But I mean, and it's kind of that you look at Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Justin Fields. They've all got that run game. Granted, they're all a little different because Lamar Jackson is shifty. Justin Fields is just plain fast.
Yes.
Jalen Hurts is all about the power.
Yes.
And then you've got guys like Patrick Mahomes who probably models his game more toward like the Brett Favre, the Joe Montana, and that kind of that gunslinger mentality. It's 2 different games, but it's you look at what they're doing and you think about the fact that this is the first time 2 black quarterbacks have ever faced each other. And
I
you're
like
wow.
comparing Hurts because Hurts' game reminds me a lot of what Mike Vick used to do when he was in the league.
Yeah. Mike
Bigger-
Vick was my
bigger
favorite
guy,
quarterback to
bigger
watch.
guy could shift you out of your shoes, and not only could he shift you out of your shoes, he also run your ass over at the
Yeah.
same time. Love it.
So this
Fun
is
fact: Jalen Hurts went 0-3 against Westbrook and 0-2 against Broth Memorial in his
Really?
years at Channelview.
That's
Holy
why he's
crap.
not going to win.
hey, you hush your mouth.
Shut your whore mouth.
You smelly pirate hook.
But I love, like I said, I love the prop bets of it. So the over/under,
49.5.
no, on the national anthem.
Oh, 206.
And this is in seconds. 120.5.
Who's doing? Oh, Chris Stapleton.
Chris
Stapleton.
Stapleton is doing the national anthem.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like he's somebody that can kind of hold that
Oh, he
last
can-
note.
I feel he
you
can
know?
too. Yeah, I feel he can
wonder-
hold it.
I like the over. I like the over.
I
Okay.
wonder if his national anthem is going to be smooth as Tennessee whiskey.
Nah. You would give yourself one of those.
It might be sweet as strawberry
Pass that
wine,
board.
Yeah. Give me that thing.
or it might be as warm as a glass of brandy.
God,
Hit me
y'all
with it.
quit it. Y'all quit it.
Hit me with the float over.
At what point
Oh, look
does
at the time.
Oh, look at there.
So the halftime.
You're over
show-
120 seconds, sir. You're cut off.
So the halftime show prop bet over and under. Rihanna's doing the halftime show, obviously. 9.5 songs.
She said,
Under.
You're taking the under?
She said today that it's going to be a full 13 minutes. Like she's going to fill it
Take
up.
every bit of it.
Every bit.
I'm
Of
taking the over then, knowing that knowledge now. I'm taking the over on 9.5.
I'm going under.
You're going under?
Little fun
Fantastic.
fact about me.
Okay.
There's 0 chance I watch that halftime show.
0.
So I'm curious with you saying that. Does everybody have a favorite halftime show that they've seen?
Honestly, last year's.
Yeah.
Really?
I loved the whole Dre, Snoop Dogg, 50
The-
Cent. That to me was a good one.
The late
Eminem
90s.
was in
I
that
thought
one.
it was too short. I loved it.
The
Yeah, I agree with you.
Aerosmith.
Aerosmith was a good
NSYNC
one.
and Britney Spears.
Aerosmith was a good
Mary
one.
J. Blige, I
Yeah,
think.
that was a really good one.
But wait a minute,
Yeah.
we're forgetting the number one of all time.
If you say Prince.
Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson.
Oh,
There
well, that was
boot
just because there
bust
was,
out, for
that was just
God's
'cause there was a
sakes.
T.
That was a wardrobe
Yeah,
malfunction.
the wardrobe malfunction.
Wardrobe malfunction,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
But
Ryan even said
He's
it.
asking if you think Rihanna's going to have a wardrobe malfunction.
I wish. One can only hope.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
only.
I've got pictures.
For me, ones that I can truly remember, Bruno Mars is probably my number one favorite. He did an amazing job.
Wait, are you talking about the Coldplay Bruno Mars Beyonce one?
I don't think no, Bruno Mars was what, 5 years
Something
ago?
like that.
He did the halftime show.
So I'm not going to sit here and lie. On my top 5, The Weeknd's on that.
Really?
Yes. Because
Interesting.
I'm a conspiracy guy.
Oh.
Everything he did
Was all about
for,
conspiracy
like,
theory.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the ones I've gone back because
So
I
can
don't.
get these in the store.
I mean, you
Yeah.
don't have to go through somebody else. You can't go through me.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, you can get them.
They're in store.
My gosh. That
You can
is-
get 'em.
No, I'm good, thank you.
Matter of fact, I think it's
These-
Giglio or Del Papa. One of the two.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have the contract.
Oh,
out
you
here.
can't go through. Okay, why?
That's what I said.
What?
He can't go through me.
Why?
Because Giglio. So
Not to get too into the political side of your job.
Well, no, it's not just that. It's the way the contract's worded. So in distributor world, you have
No, I
certain,
don't read those things.
You have certain counties,
Oh, okay.
but they can't distribute Black Rifle in those
Right,
counties. Because
So what if I
have-
drive to Liberty County?
You would probably get it from us if you drove to Liberty County. I think we have the contract on Liberty County.
So like I can just meet you and
Right,
open
just-
Well,
up
no,
the
I
back
don't
of it?
cover Liberty County, so you can't meet
Oh,
me.
well, where are you? Harris County?
I have Chambers County,
So drive to Winnie.
South Jefferson County.
It's on the way to Crystal Beach.
What else? That's mainly the two
Yeah.
counties that I service: Jefferson and Chambers, are the two that I service.
This stuff is legit.
I know it's good.
My-
It's
He
super
drinks
good.
probably like 6 of
Like-
them every time he comes on
So-
the show.
I have him a case in my
Another little
truck.
fun fact: the reason I keep showing up.
It's because
drinking Liquid Death.
Everybody likes the Liquid Death.
So
Yeah.
this is one of, for me at least, that I remember. This is one of the most equally matched Super Bowls I've ever seen.
Oh, I think so too. Yeah,
A few
this one's gonna
fun,
be a
just a
good
few
one.
fun facts. Chiefs are number 1 in offense.
Yep.
Eagles number 2.
Yep.
Philly is number 1 in defense.
Yep.
Chiefs number 9. This matchup is truly insane. The two best teams of the NFL this year. Both are ranked number 1. Both quarterbacks are ranked number 1 and 2 in most inside the pocket quarterback rankings. Mahomes first in QBR. Hurts second. Hurts first in touchdown to interception ratio. Mahomes second. Whew.
That's a pop.
Oh, thank you.
That's
Come
a good
again.
pop.
Mahomes the most touchdown passes. Hurts the highest completion percentage. Both teams are 16-3. Both teams scored exactly 546 points. Neither team has ever trailed in a playoff game this year.
I love the fact that it's the first time too in recent memory that I can remember that it's actually two number 1 seeds going up against each other.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I mean,
it's been a
another good
while.
pop.
Everything about this Super Bowl screams these are legitimately the two best teams that should have made this game.
Oh, by far, yes.
Which means it's going to be a blowout.
Probably.
Yeah.
Somebody's
But
gonna blow it.
I'll be honest with you. Like, I keep up with it. Play fantasy football. Have plenty of opinions.
Bucky won his league this
I
year,
won,
actually.
or I won one league, finished second. In
Yeah.
Okay.
Was very. This has all the makings.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you'd already poured some.
No, I
To
was
be a
rinsing.
really good game.
It does.
Look, I'll give what the current betting line is,
So from
just to demonstrate how close this game is.
and what's going to surprise you, I think, maybe not. Last time I checked, the Eagles were getting like 70% of the money,
Oh, they were, for sure.
which is crazy to me. How
Which-
do you bet against?
Which means I would
Patrick
take
Mahomes.
the Chiefs.
So, just to go back, prop bet a little bit, Lemon Lime Gatorade is the favorite.
I want the betting line to be.
You know, they dumped the coach
that
for
if the
Gatorade
Kansas
at the end of the
City
game.
Chiefs lose,
Lemon Lime
Andy
is the
Reid has
favorite.
to shave his
I have the
mustache.
list right in front of me.
How do they know?
I like that. I like
don't.
that.
They just
So
put
for
it
those
down
of
as
y'all
far
that
as-
couldn't hear it, John
crazy.
John just said he needs a bet that if the Chiefs lose, Andy Reid has to shave his mustache.
I don't think that's going to happen. Andy Reid's
But it
mustache
would be hilarious.
It would, but Andy Reid's mustache
Yeah,
is
Eagles
iconic.
are a 1.5
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah,
So the Eagles
which
are
I think
favored.
is one of the closest lines there's been in recent
So
history too.
it's -1.5.
Yeah, -1.5.
I posted earlier or at the beginning of the week or last week a poll on our Facebook, and as of right now, the Eagles are unanimous winners in our poll.
Did
Okay.
That's because they come from the NFC East, and Cowboy fans want to feel better about themselves.
You think so?
I
Yes.
think so. I think I'd agree with him on that.
Matt bet on this one?
I'm sorry.
Did Matt bet on this one?
I don't know if Mac bet on this one or not. I know Mac
Oh,
right
I don't know.
now.
I didn't see it.
Mac right now is taking the University of Houston over the entire
that's-
field
Yeah,
in
I
the
saw
NCAA
where he was
tournament.
taking
crazy.
Houston in basketball,
But-
but they were ranked number 1 for a while there.
They're ranked number, I think.
Me and Mike met his
3.
daughter. She came in
Really?
the Longhorn
Really?
Liquor in Beaumont.
Interesting.
We
They
were
just started Gallery Sports
Yes.
on,
Yeah.
on Twitter and all that. So I think it was just a matter of time before that dude dove
Oh,
into
for
something
sure.
in the
Yeah.
sports world.
For sure.
But go. So sorry.
No,
go ahead.
yeah. She's a fan of Longhorn Liquor. And
Is she?
She was coming in and
I'm a
has
fan
come
of
in and
Longhorn Liquor.
bought
He
baskets
doesn't
from
talk
us
about
in the
it.
past. And Old Forest, it was the Wednesday after Whiskey Fest. Old
Okay.
Forest was there. We were doing the birthday
The
bourbon
birthday
giveaway.
bourbon, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She won the second bottle
Really?
of
Nice.
birthday
Of
bourbon.
course
that
she
night.
did.
Yeah, right. So
That was rigged. We
right.
talked about the NFL being rigged.
Hey, speaking
Longhorn
of
Liquor's
Go
lottery
ahead.
pick is rigged too.
He bet $1 million on a wager on the Eagles to beat the Chiefs.
Okay, so he went 1 million.
Why
on
is
the Eagles.
everybody? So I'm curious. Why is everybody on the Eagles?
I
Is it
think
because of
it's-
their badass defense?
I think it's what it is because you know the old adage: offense wins games, but defense wins championships.
And
I feel that's kind of
so my thought,
everybody's
the only
going
thing I
with it.
keep thinking is, so they recorded, their defense recorded 70 sacks
Mm-hmm.
with first time ever 4+ players have recorded 10+ sacks.
yes.
They have a badass defense,
They have a badass defense.
and the Eagles can run the ball. The
Yes.
Chiefs are not known for running the ball.
No, they cannot.
So is that the mindset there? Because that's all I can put in my head. That is why the Eagles would win.
I think
Yeah.
so because I mean, if
You
the Eagles
control
go up, they can grind it out on the ground.
Right, you control the ball
I mean, you got
on
Boston,
both sides.
Boston Scott. You've got
Miles
that
Sanders,
Sanders.
Kenneth Gainwell's
Kenneth
big play
Gainwell,
waiting to
yes.
happen. Kenneth Gainwell out of Memphis is a game
Yeah,
changer. He could be a game
He
changer.
was legit.
I
I'd love
think
to
that
see him in the kick and punt return game.
I've been thinking about it leading up to this show, and I don't know, and nobody else has to give one, but my X factor for the show, somebody that's not well known, Kenneth Gainwell is my X factor for this game.
Okay.
I think he can
That's
break
my sleeper
two.
for the MVP of the
I
game.
think
by
he
the
can
way.
break 2 40+ yard plays.
That's
in this game.
He's
Right.
my sleeper for game MVP. I literally am going to go out on a limb and say Kenneth Gainwell. If
is there
he
a
has
prop
game,
bet for that?
I don't think there is. No.
Okay.
I've
Well,
looked,
there you can bet MVP.
but I think most of them have like the quarterbacks. if remember.
I have an app that has, we can't legally bet in the state of Texas, but we've done sports shows before. So I downloaded an app because I like that part of it.
Yeah, 'cause
kind
right-
of like the artistic part of this, and I
Yeah.
like to dive into
Because right now,
things.
based off the two quarterbacks, according to what I'm looking at, Hurts is the favorite to win.
Oh, for sure.
win MVP.
I can damn near guarantee it.
Which you love because the fact that Hurts is an Oklahoma guy.
Oh, yeah. So that would be another question I have for everybody. Does Oklahoma have more claim on Jalen Hurts, or does Alabama?
I feel Oklahoma does.
I as an
'Cause
Oklahoma
Saban
fan, I claim Jalen Hurts.
Saban benched him for Tua. Let's be honest. Saban had him and benched him.
Yeah.
So I feel Oklahoma has more of the claim.
So
But you want to talk about interesting prop bets? I showed Mike this one a second ago. What do you think the favorite for the Gatorade dump is?
I don't know.
Because I have all the numbers.
I
have everything.
So fun fact on this app. Oh wait, there he is. So Kenneth Gainwell is plus 11,306 to win.
I'd put the money on it. I'm
So-
sorry. That dude can break it out at any moment. I'd put the money on Kenneth Gainwell.
So
Because think about it. You put $1 on him,
oh, yeah,
you're
oh,
winning like 1,100
$1,100
plus.
bucks. Yeah.
Yeah. At $1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I may try to go into Caesars just to take that bet.
Yeah.
Because game was a good.
So I figured because you do it by unit, so a unit is your normal bet.
Okay.
I figured if I were to bet on games, my unit, because I'm not a very rich person, would be
Right.
$5.
Okay.
So if I bet one unit on it, I'm winning $56,000.
Yeah.
What now?
One unit, which is $5, I would win $56,000
Take that.
On Kenneth Gainwell?
on Kenneth
Take
Gainwell.
that.
That's wrong math.
You
Take
don't-
that.
Is it?
Yep. 100%.
Take that.
He's plus 11,306.
Right.
That's based off of a $100 bet.
You're right.
So
You're right. Never mind. I'm sorry.
11,306
Yeah,
divided by 20.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I did that
It's
the wrong
okay.
way.
All I just admitted to was I gamble too much.
I gamble too much.
Yeah.
You're right. I did it backwards. You're
Yeah.
right.
Oh yeah, I'm in Texas. I can't say that.
Hey,
You go to Louisiana.
Yeah. I
Hey,
drive the-
no, you say that. I hear Abbott and them have it on the Senate session right now.
Yeah.
$342.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I did it the wrong way. I'm sorry, guys. Dang, Gino.
Still an extra $300.
No, it was.
I'd be okay with $300.
Yeah, yeah. You was close.
No, I wasn't.
So the favorite
Shut up.
on the Gatorade dump, back to that, which what started this whole conversation.
Orange.
Lemon lime is plus 165.
So
Orange
since
is
you-
plus 300.
So since you brought it up, I had a Fab Four for tonight that I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
Fab Four. I call it the Fab Four Pick Four.
Okay.
All right. So what is everybody's pick for Gatorade color?
I think lemon lime because it's the one everybody likes. That's just me.
We think that. Well, we got to look at it. So, do we think the Eagles are going to win?
I don't
Or the
know.
Chiefs? Yeah.
I don't think
Right.
it matters at this point because everybody either gravitates to lemon lime and orange.
Yeah.
My pick
After
is.
that,
I
it's
wrote my
crap
picks
shoot.
down. Orange. I'm picking orange.
That's plus 300
Yeah.
according to the betting line that I'm seeing, which is through
I said-
DraftKings.
I said that-
DraftKings has a plus 300.
Yeah, I was going to say the Chiefs go with red.
Okay.
That's plus 450 according to
Most
Yeah,
of
that's
DraftKings.
the smart money.
So no one sports. Most of your football teams are gonna go with lemon lime. So I'm gonna go with lemon lime.
Okay.
Well, lemon lime is plus 165.
All right. So number 3, heads or tails.
God, I thought about this one a lot.
I know
According to
you have,
DraftKings-
especially after that last comment you made about
according
betting.
to DraftKings, it's even money at plus 100
Right.
either way.
Typically, it normally is plus 100 either
Yes, either way.
I'm gonna go heads.
It should be minus 110 either
Tails
way,
never
so
fails.
they can make
I'm
their
going
juice.
tails.
way. Yeah.
But
Write it
yeah,
down
I'm gonna
right
go
now.
heads.
I'm
I'm going tails.
Yeah,
Nice.
Tails never fails.
yeah.
So the one I found, national anthem over under 2 minutes and 6 seconds.
Under.
Man, it's Chris Stapleton.
Krista, right now, Sports Interaction, Cool Bet, and Betano,
Yeah.
which
Sure.
I've never heard of them, have it at over 120.5 seconds. So that's right at
2 minutes. Let's call so yours is 2 minutes, mine's 2 minutes
Yes.
and 6 seconds.
Well, yeah.
So let's call it 2 minutes and 6 seconds, which is over
Take
2
the
minutes.
over.
What
Yeah.
you should
you go
do
over,
here
under.
is you bet over on one
And
then
under
go to
on the
under
other.
on the other,
And
and
if
you
it
got
hits
your
203,
6 second spread.
right?
Well,
you hit
hey,
a 203.
Well, if you're going to do that, take the Cool Bet, which has it at plus 127 for the over,
Okay.
and then do Cool Bet on both. Because plus
So
it. No, well, I take that back. Hang on a
Okay.
second.
let's put everybody
here's
on.
here's my idea on this.
Oh, God.
All right, the national anthem is
What's up, Ronnie?
undetermined. Is 1 minute and 43 seconds.
Yes.
If you add his vibrato and everything, he's
The
gonna put into
falsettos
it,
and all that.
I am going to go over.
Over
You're
206.
going over 206?
Okay.
Okay.
And his pauses.
I
If he's gonna pause.
picked over.
You picked over. What'd
I
you
picked
pick?
over.
I'm taking the over.
All right, I'm taking the under. Because if 3 people bet on the same way, it's going the other
Keep going.
way.
It's known fact when the NFL shows all pick the same, it loses.
It
Yeah.
loses. Yep.
So you're probably in the right there.
You're probably right.
And last but not least, my number one question, and I'm gonna put everybody on the spot. You got to answer right now. Who wins, Eagles or Chiefs?
Chiefs.
You already know mine.
Eagles.
Eagles.
Chiefs.
I'm an NFC guy. I gotta go
We're a
with the
split
Eagles.
field, guys.
Yeah.
I gotta go with it. I'm an
Wait,
NFC
who else
guy.
picked the
I
Chiefs?
root for the Saints.
Who picked the Chiefs?
You
Me.
and Mike.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
Me and Roy are on
I mean,
Eagles.
obviously the 2 smartest guys in the room. So.
Ah, yes, that's-
So Ronnie's on the Chiefs.
Ronnie's taking Chiefs. I figured
everybody,
he would.
Well,
if you are,
anybody
so
with the last name right.
one more time for everybody watching, if you
Don't
want
compare
to.
yourself to that guy. I've known him for a while.
I've known that guy. I know that guy.
He's done some dumb shit.
So
back in the day.
for everybody watching, if you want to chime in the comments, the 4 questions were: what is your Gatorade color choice?
Yes.
Heads or tails? National anthem over under 2 minutes and 6 seconds, and who wins? Those are the 4 questions.
So right now we're split right now because Ronnie's taking the Chiefs, Ryan's taking the Eagles. You and I are both taking the Eagles. Mike and John are both taking the Chiefs. So we're literally split
3
down
and
the middle.
3.
Yes.
3 and 3 now.
Yes, we're 3-3 right now.
I'd love to see who wins by the end of the show. And I'm sorry I didn't have a chance to make a commercial break in case we go into that portion of the show.
Look, we're at an hour and 26. I think we're good.
We're good. So
blue,
here,
Ryan's saying blue Gatorade, which
weird.
is weird.
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna lie.
Hey,
Is there even a blue Gatorade?
No, he just finished watching Avatar.
There is actually.
okay.
is it not a thing that if the Eagles win that they might dump bourbon on the coach? I mean,
How cool would that
That would
be?
be cool. So blue Gatorade is plus 400 according to
Ronnie is going.
DraftKings.
Ronnie's going over in orange. Ronnie's on my side on the Gatorade.
See, I'm going. Yeah.
What was blue? What was the odds on blue?
Blue was plus 400.
I could see. I mean, have you ever seen blue?
No.
Ryan's going. I think everybody's going over on the national
It's
anthem.
Chris Stapleton.
what is green?
Green is plus 165.
Man, I just think that
Green's
since
the favorite
everybody
out of all
agrees
of them.
on the over, it's a shoe-in. It's a
You gotta be
shoe-in
right
for
on
the
the under.
Yeah, it's a
But it's
shoe-in.
Chris Stapleton.
I know. Look, I
He's
I
got
love
that
Stapleton.
long country
Yeah.
twang.
I think I'm gonna
Yeah.
change my Gatorade pick.
But, you know, he probably likes to drink. He may forget a few words. Finish a little early.
Tennessee whiskey.
So wait a minute. Let's go back to the Gatorade. I think I'm gonna change my Gatorade.
What?
I think so.
What?
Uh-oh.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, you were so lemon lime.
You were so lemon
So
lime.
I always
Yeah.
take the favorites, but I think now I'm going out on a limb.
Where are you going?
I'm going red
Red?
at plus 450.
Red,
Yes.
red.
I picked red first. I don't think he's going out on a limb. You
I thought you picked blue.
No.
Okay.
No, he picked red first.
because the Chiefs are going to win,
he
and
thought
they're
the Chiefs were
red.
gonna
Well, no,
win.
I think the Eagles are going to win.
He's
and
going.
They're gonna do red.
He's a game script better.
Yeah.
Is what you are.
Oh, yeah. I
You're a
believe in
game
the script.
script
Look,
better.
Arian Foster was right. This game's been scripted all along. Did y'all see that? or no?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Oh.
I mean, we've talked about it. I'm a Barstool Sports
yeah,
fan.
right,
You're
yeah,
a
yeah.
Barstool Sports
Yeah.
fan. Shout out Barstool Sports, and I love what they're doing. I love the
Yeah.
controversy they love to
they're-
create.
Yes.
Shout out Dave Portnoy. Come on the show.
Yes, Dave Portnoy, come on the show. We'll have Mike here.
This is an open invite.
This
you can show
is
up anytime.
truly
like
an
I
open
do.
Speaking
invite.
of, I think we can do. I think we have the technology to do
But
that.
we do,
Okay,
and we can do the collab cam. I'll send you the link, Dave.
Yes.
But I mean, you met Dave. Y'all did a meet and greet at the Mount Bellevue location.
the
No,
Heights.
the Heights
on
location.
North Shepherd.
Don't
High
put a
noon,
space
right?
in it.
yeah,
Take the
high
space
noon.
out.
Definitely, if you're a
you type it.
stoolie.
Yes,
Yes,
if you're a
people call it-
stoolie.
Yeah, you know that High Noon's one of their huge sponsors. and-
Hashtag bring back Barstool breakfast.
Yes. There you
I
go.
miss Large and Willie.
Yeah.
And those guys doing Barstool breakfast. I listen to it
think
every
it's-
day on my way.
I think it's David,
way to
not
work.
Dave.
I've been watching the. So they're out at the Super Bowl right now, and they did that mini golf.
Yes.
Tournament.
Did you? Yeah,
Oh,
you saw it.
That
I was
awesome.
so good.
That was great. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, it was so
Yeah,
good.
El Presidente with 2 million
Yes.
followers. That's the dude.
that's the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
he's got an open invite.
Yeah. Maybe
Seriously.
he'll recognize me.
He can
maybe one bite. Everybody
Hey,
knows the
I will
rules.
say this: like, there's not too many people in this world that I really care to meet.
Yeah.
Dave Portnoy's on the
Portnoy's on that list, and he couldn't have been more just down to earth,
I was-
like
then
a
that's-
real dude.
That's what
Like,
That's what piqued my curiosity the most.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been wanting to talk to you on camera, off camera. I don't really give a shit. How was Dave Portnoy in person? Because I love listening to that dude when he does his, emergency press conferences and just listening to him talk.
Yeah.
So fucking awesome. And I love who he is and how he does it.
Damn,
Yeah.
we should have done an over/under on who dropped the first F-bomb because
did I do it?
Yeah, you did it.
Oh, damn.
Oh, I said fuck earlier.
Oh, did
I
you?
said fuck Roger Goodell.
Well, I mean, we don't count
Mike
you
would be
because-
that plus 11,306.
Yeah. Right.
I'm probably plus 250. Roy's minus 150.
Yeah.
Portnoy,
I'm the favorite. We all know I like to drop a good F-bomb.
Yeah.
he didn't walk in with any entourage whatsoever. He's got his guy, and if you watch the Barstool
Yes.
Mini Golf, his
Yes.
like Nick at the beginning
Yeah.
said Dave's bitch Austin, who's his personal camera guy. He came with him.
Oh, really?
And like
Absolutely love it.
they got there early, and we got pictures of Dennis, sitting at the end of the counter at Longhorn on Shepherd, and Dave just leaning on the counter and then just having a 20-minute conversation.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. It couldn't have been.
And because as a stoolie myself, and a big reason why I wanted to start this show,
Did you say as a stool sample yourself?
I'll be a stool
Stoolie.
sample,
Okay.
but I'm a stoolie.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
Hashtag
stoolie.
stoolie. He was a big reason why I was good with starting this show because I love what they do.
Right.
And I want to be a part of that community.
Right.
Doing what they do.
Yeah, let's
I
be
love what
honest,
Dave
it
does.
wasn't a whole lot of convincing on my part to get Bucky to come along for this ride.
No, it
Yeah.
wasn't.
I'm
But
like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. Bucky's
He-
like, I'm in.
I
And
think
like
y'all
tonight-
found it's not hard to get me to come.
No, not at all. But
sure.
like tonight, we basically said, fuck it. We're gonna say Super Bowl. We're gonna say
Yes.
Lombardi. We're gonna say
Yeah.
this is the big game. Whatever you want to say, like
We're going to refer to
It-
Roger Badell,
it
Goodell,
is.
whoever.
Yeah.
the clown. I mean,
Did you
he's
just call him
Roger
the
Clown
clown?
Goodell. I mean,
Yeah.
they've got a shirt on their website.
Wait,
that
wait,
is
wait,
like,
wait,
Roger
wait,
Goodell's a
don't go that
clown.
far. Don't tag him.
No, we didn't do all that.
Don't tag him. We had to
But
stop
I mean,
the
that's a
producer.
big reason why you do what you do, like what we do.
Yes.
Because Dave Portnoy sets that he sets that limit, that bar.
Yes.
And you're like, how far can you push it? And let's do it.
Yeah, and at this point, I mean, they've tried to cancel him many times.
And they don't.
Like,
And they're
I
not
like
going to.
guys that, like, really don't give a fuck. Like, they just say what they say, they mean what they mean.
And we do.
It's the same
I feel
reason
we do.
you talk about Dave's kind of the one that got you interested in this journey that y'all were on.
Right.
For me, I feel like I was way ahead of the curve on Joe Rogan. And
Yeah.
just same thing, just
That's my
he
hero.
does. People have tried to cancel him.
I just had to get you off vodka.
They've tried to
I
cancel
am.
Joe so many
Yeah,
times,
they really have.
they've been so
I'm gonna go ahead and
unsuccessful.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop my line.
You're
I,
on.
I am him, the
I
guy
am
that
him.
dropped you off of vodka.
You really are.
So you're a vodka drinker.
Oh,
He
I
was. Oh, when we met, he was like, I drink only vodka. That's it. You can't talk me out of crap.
I did.
Little did he know.
Even so, at the Lumberton drop, whenever y'all did Balcones and everything, whenever we were there, y'all had a giant Tito's
Display.
display
Yes, giant.
down that aisle where the table was with all
Yeah.
the whiskeys on it. And Roy was like, Bucky, look. And I was like, and I panned my camera over and I was like, a couple years ago, I'd have been all over this display.
Yes.
Yeah.
But look at me now, and I went to the table because I legitimately was I was a Tito head.
Yeah.
I mean, I lived and died by Tito's vodka.
So I love that you brought up those displays because Southern Glaciers, they come and built those displays
yes.
around
You
that
gotta love
Tito's
Southern
course.
Glaciers. They do great work.
So
I love
does.
that we have those. I think that's an aspect of our stores that really separates us
Yeah.
from other stores is that we have them come in and build these.
Well, not just that.
giant-
I feel it's better on y'all's part that you have a good relationship with your vendors
Y'all
to be
keep-
able to do
Oh,
that.
absolutely. So we,
Because not everybody wants to go in and build a display. I mean,
Yeah.
as a guy that builds
Have
them
you
on the
seen their
regular,
displays, though?
yeah, but as a guy that
They're
builds them on
legit.
the regular, I don't like building displays. I hate it.
yeah.
I
So-
personally hate it.
So Joe from Southern Glazer, he lives in Houston.
Okay.
He came in the other day. They started off in the Lumberton store, then they went down to the Beaumont store. I happened to walk into Beaumont and Tina, who works for Beam Suntory.
Yes, we met Tina at Whiskey Fest.
I love Tina Jammer.
She's
she is
legit.
the shit.
She is legit.
We went to lunch with them guys from Southern Glazer. Me and Mike did, and got to talking with Joe, and they've got some little come into Longhorn, Beaumont, or Lumberton, in this next week, towards the end of
Okay.
the week, and y'all are going to see some crazy displays
Okay.
that we're getting built this week.
I like it. So
So
we need to go to Longhorn, Lumberton, or Beaumont end of the week, probably Thursday, Friday-ish.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
we've got some
see the
crazy
crazy
displays,
Oh, really?
courtesy of Southern Glazers. being
Currently, like
Suntory.
now?
They're building them this
So I'm
next week.
curious. I saw something at another establishment because we all know I travel around Southeast Texas. There was
Quite often.
there was a place that had a Crown Royal throne.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Well,
I tried to buy.
I mean, it makes
I
sense.
tried to buy it.
Crown
Yeah.
Royal, throne, royal. I get it.
Yeah.
The what was it? Whistle Pig? When y'all had the Traeger,
Traegers,
The
yeah.
Traeger,
Whistle
yeah.
Pig, was that Whistle Pig coming in, or a distributor or rep for Whistle? Did they come in and set that up? Was that somebody's?
Yeah,
Was it something y'all?
they have a budget on these displays, and they come in and whatever
Because I
deal
think we
they.
both made the joke. I'll take the Traeger and the Whistle Pig with it.
Sure. Well, I mean, and you see in Beaumont, that bottle that was displayed with that Traeger was the smokestack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
That they did with
branded on the
Traeger.
bottle
Right.
with Traeger.
Yeah, they did. And I remember that one.
Yeah, it's a
So
partnership that definitely exists.
I'm curious. Do they when that gets broken down, or y'all move on from that display? Does that stuff like just go back with them? Is it something y'all just put in a warehouse somewhere?
I
I've
think it
got 4
depends on.
Traegers in my backyard right now.
I bet you do. You mother
It's
trucker. You mother
yeah,
Traeger.
It's okay, to be completely honest and peek behind the curtain. Yeah, those displays go away, and yeah, we
'Cause I
get-
think
we
I
get
met-
some cool items.
I don't remember what it was, but it was back in my vodka drinking days. There was a Tito's, like a couple like lawn chairs or something, and they.
Oh yeah, I remember
And
that one.
I made a joke about, hey, I want those whenever they go away. But I was always really curious of where does that stuff go?
Yeah, so sometimes we'll do raffles.
Yeah.
Just
And because what's his, God dang it, and I'm a terrible person because I love the dude to death. The guy in Silsby.
Keith.
Thank you. Why do I keep forgetting his
I
name?
mean, he's listening right now.
Keith.
I know he is, and
Parcel.
I legitimately forget his name every time we do this show. No other reason
It's Keith.
other
Yeah.
than doing this show.
I think it's Purcell.
No.
What's his last name?
Don't ask that stupid question.
Heschel.
Heschel. I was
Keith.
close.
Keith. I love Keith.
I love Keith,
Keith is
too.
my
Keith's
dude.
legit.
Love it.
I
Love
totally
it.
didn't have to think about that though.
Yes, you do. You don't know your employees. They're
was
just
like,
numbers. They're just numbers to you.
I'm
Jeez.
a first name guy.
First name only.
I asked him because they always have barrels in the Sylvie
sure,
store.
yeah.
And I'm curious, like, what do y'all do with that?
I'm gonna be honest. I just
We
want the
sell them
head
for
of
a
the
couple
barrel.
$100.
Yeah, we sell them.
I just
yeah.
want the head.
So do I was
That's
like,
it.
so do I need to bring you like $200 cash and like, hand it to me?
I just
It's,
want the
uh,
head.
What do I gotta?
Yeah,
Hey,
literally,
I mean, if we
like
gotta
I
do this
can
under the table, don't
like
tell
I can
Mike and
see-
Mike and Dennis.
And we're
Yeah.
gonna,
Well,
we're gonna,
I'll make this happen.
we're gonna do a peek behind the curtain here. I would love to see this thing walled with barrel
Right?
heads.
How cool would that be?
So-
Legit.
But I was like, I legitimately was like, you don't have to tell Mike.
It's
Like,
so
what do I
funny.
gotta do to?
So I'm gonna really give y'all a little behind the scenes here. So this warehouse and office space,
If
Like-
you tell me anything other than what I
We're-
want to hear,
like
I like.
we're thinking of tricking out a studio.
Oh,
And Mike's specific idea for that wall, for the background, if you look at the humidor in Beaumont, it looks like you're looking at a rick house.
it
with
does.
the
It's got
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's what he wants the background to be. And
It's fantastic.
just really tricking out a
Sir.
studio to do.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, you said studio,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
My partner and I are sitting here doing a live show.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we need to hire a partnership, but I'm saying we need to hire a partnership.
Hey,
Uh-huh.
we're partners with you guys for
No,
life.
I know that. I'm just picking.
And
Just gonna give you a hard time.
It's
But I mean, that would be
definitely-
really cool.
The
Like, how
reason
fun would that be?
The reason I'm on here and I have a passion for what you guys are doing.
Oh, I know that.
And
We know that.
love y'all.
We talk about
and
it all the time.
whether y'all realize this or not yet, we're partners. Like, and so, anything we can, work together on and help bring the love of whiskey to the public. And, it gives us the ability to maybe do little short snippets of new product that's coming to the market and put out there on social media. And to be honest with you, I personally, y'all probably know the social media game a lot better than I do.
I feel 2 years in, we got a pretty decent grasp.
Like, I won't get on TikTok because I'm scared of the Chinese weather balloons.
They just want to talk to you about your car's extended warranty.
No, they don't. Shoot them son of bitches down like we did. Shoot them down.
So I wanted to bring it up
last week,
yes,
I
think.
And we didn't get to it.
And we didn't get to it. I even put it in our little description. Because we were talking about, like, headlines. We were doing a bullshit headlines, blah, blah, blah episode. I wanted to bring it up. What is everybody's thoughts on this quote-unquote alleged Chinese spy balloon?
Oh, it's not alleged. There's spy equipment in the damn ocean.
We're going to say allegedly Chinese spy balloon because I don't want any kind of bullshit with anybody. So we're going to call it allegedly Chinese spy balloon. What is everybody's thoughts on it? Is it a spy balloon? Is it just Chinese technology making its way over here?
What's Ryan saying? Longhorn podcast competition from this.
Oh, I can't compete with that.
There's no competition.
There's no competition.
No.
We're partners.
Longhorn Liquor Love. The Triple L.
Triple L.
Triple L. Longhorn Liquor Love.
That's that dirty love.
That's that after hours shit.
That's that gentleman after dark.
Yes. Gentleman after dark.
I do remember that.
But I mean, back to the whole China. I mean,
Thoughts, prayers.
If they legitimately were spying, I feel that's a shitty way to spy.
Okay.
I mean, you see it coming. Let's be honest.
It's a big white balloon.
Big white balloon that stands out.
My answer to that question would be what may be more concerning is, like, I don't know what to believe.
How did it get in our airspace?
But what are we being, are we being told something that, I mean,
isn't true?
The information, that we're receiving. And
so dive in a little further. This past week, a unidentified flying object was shot down over Alaska.
Yeah. And there's,
what was it?
There's some crazy stuff popping.
Unidentified is what it was.
What? Why aren't you telling us? Y'all flat out said this is a Chinese spy balloon.
Yeah.
Why is that an unidentified flying object? What was it? Why is that unidentified and this is a Chinese spy balloon?
I think it's unidentified.
Are you telling us only what we need or want to hear?
Unidentified because of... Huh?
Conspiracy theory.
So I agree with Ryan. Ryan actually put misinformation is huge right now.
It really is.
Yes.
We love you too, Ryan. We really do. And you need to get your ass back home soon. We need a date night at Ryan's.
I do think that there is an agenda from our media.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I do believe there's an agenda.
We don't do a lot of political, and it's bar rules here. Okay. We don't do a lot of political, and we don't do a lot of religion.
That's bullshit. Let's get into both of them right now.
It's bar rules. but I do agree that media is a lot of look over here while we do over here.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's all sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Is what it is. Mm-hmm. They want you to look one way, but yet this is what's going on over here. The fact that I compared King Charles to Joe Biden.
Right, we did our Queen King episode.
See?
See? Look over here.
Did they block us or something?
No.
I don't know what happened. Are we live?
We got shadow banned.
If they hack me, I'll hack them back.
Hack them back, brother. Hack them back.
Hey, dude, what do you know about this?
The pilgrimage?
Pilgrimage. This is fucking amazing.
It's done.
I didn't think you liked single malts,
You
fella.
shut your whore mouth.
So, correct me if I'm wrong.
like
you know
this.
what it's finished in. I don't, but I
My
know
belt buckle is so tight right now.
I already unbuckled mine.
Unbuckle it.
I have a
Bro, you're at home. You're at home.
Here at the house.
Get comfy. There you go. Like Thanksgiving dinner.
Jamie, don't watch.
Jamie don't watch.
This is Thanksgiving dinner. Get
Yeah.
comfortable, baby.
So that's finished in a Certain.
So
correct?
Sauterne is,
Sauterne.
Yeah,
which is a wine.
Dessert wine.
Yes.
So specifically from
Okay.
like Europe, France.
I thought it
France.
was.
Did I
I
say
thought it
France?
was Spain.
France. Oh no, it could be Spain. Yeah, I knew it was European.
God.
I think it's more Bordeaux.
European
France.
dessert wine.
Why do we not know these things? We talk about this on a daily.
We're not a wine show.
You're right. It's French.
okay. He's the guy.
You French fuck.
He's the guy.
Sauternes has
Are we
become.
good? We're good. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
We had that
Sauternes
brief
has
second.
become a definitely more. I know
Yes,
y'all. I'm
and it
sure y'all
has,
seen
yes.
it. Yeah, with the
It's
walls,
popped-
we have a
it
store
started
pick.
to pop up.
Yes.
Yeah, that
It's starting
law
to pop
store
up.
pick. Have y'all had that one yet?
Have
No.
Okay, but I've got to make a point.
Yes.
That is so freaking good.
I love laws.
But that's
Loss is good.
Oh,
And not only that, I hear we have an open invitation when we go to Colorado to tour
So after
the distillery.
Yes.
If we ever make it to
Yes.
Colorado.
yeah.
after the Whiskey Fest, because Megan brought it up, I immediately became a gargoyle,
Okay.
which
That's,
is
Fuck
their
is that?
I remember that from like Ghostbusters. It was like on the.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's their.
He's trekking where I'm trekking with it.
So kind of like
Especially the one that fell and
Sagamore
almost knocked-
Spirits has the Whiskey Thieves. Laws has the gargoyle.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be able to say it.
It's
Kind of like
their clan.
how
Yeah.
the Aganorsa Lee Cigars
Yeah,
has
exactly.
the acolytes.
I did not realize they had one of these communities. So Megan was telling me about it, and I was like, I'm not, and I'm going to be.
Going to be.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Absolutely.
Where do I?
Yeah.
She was like, just scan here, and I was like, I immediately was like, yes, yes, because I went up just not knowing who she was, not knowing what they had. Immediately asked like, hey, what do y'all have? Because I need to try this or I need to try that. She was like, we don't have those. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
It's like, well, I'm walking away. She was like, wait, no.
Don't walk away.
She was like, "Are you a gargoyle?" And I was like, "Well, no. What the hell is that?" And she was
Yeah.
like, "You need to sign up. Here, scan this." And I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
you know, I'll join your cult. Yes, please."
Absolutely. Yeah.
And so she poured me a couple
What's the
glasses
address
of
of your
this.
compound?
Right, exactly.
Just make sure it's not addressed Waco, Texas.
Yeah.
But she poured a couple things and let me try them, and we got to talking, and that was my introduction to Megan, and she's amazing.
She's
talking to her,
fantastic.
she was
Yeah.
great.
Legit.
Definitely one of my favorite parts of my job is the reps.
Yes.
These
She's
vendor-
legit. And let's not
Yeah.
talk about Megan, the lady from Bardstown.
Oh, Maggie.
Maggie's legit too.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
yes.
Yes. You
Love her.
asked her a question.
She-
The look on her face, surprised. She's like, I'll get with you in a second.
She said-
never broke script. No, I'll get with you in a second.
Hold, please.
Yeah.
Hold.
She legit finished her spiel with the guys that were in front of her,
Yes.
and as soon as they walked away, she said, "Okay, back to you.
Back to
Yeah.
You're asking for what now?" And I said, "Well, I want to try the Origin series.
Yeah.
You don't have it?" She looked around and she was like, "Don't tell nobody." I was like,
You just told everybody.
"Seriously?"
Well, I mean, the statute of limitations.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
Whiskey
yeah, yeah.
Fest is over. Statute of limitations is up.
But that was one of my favorite parts about Whiskey Fest was being what we do.
Yeah.
I obviously dive into a lot of what we do.
Sure.
And I'm not, and maybe people out there just didn't think to ask, but I asked the question, you know, do you have this? Where do I find
hey,
it?
it goes back to a mindset with us because, like, when we email, let's pull the curtain back a little bit. When we email certain companies saying, "Hey, I would like to review your product," the worst thing to do is tell you no.
Right.
Yeah.
And the
Absolutely.
worst she could have done was said, "Hey, I don't have it."
And I got told no a lot that night.
Well,
But,
one
but
of
the ones that said yes were so surprised. Like, really? You?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's one
Let's
of the
talk
biggest-
about it.
On our exit surveys that we did, it's one of the biggest pieces of information we got back was just the level of consumer that we had present at that Whiskey Fest that was genuinely interested in
Right.
the product and not
Yes.
just looking for, a free sample
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
throw back.
no. I mean, you got to dive into what they're doing.
And so the fact that you walked up to this and you talked about a product that,
Is not out.
yeah, like that shows
And
a
even-
certain level of interest and knowledge about what they're doing.
My favorite one, and it's no surprise to anybody here, was the Penelope booth. I never once expected Penelope to be out there first and foremost because I had
Right.
messaged them personally and talked about Southeast Texas Whiskey Fest, and I was told they weren't going to be out
Can
there
you
because they
applaud
did
that
not know.
comment? Thank you. That's ranking her out of
Yes,
her
they
comment
are.
of the night.
JD with Penelope legitimately was excited to talk about what he had, and he walked back to his little bag and he pulled out the Tokai rye cast strength and let me try that night.
Yeah.
And that was something that was not on his table.
Yeah.
Because I made the joke several times, taste the rainbow.
Well, not just that.
Because
You made
Penelope has
you
different
made
colors.
The joke
Sure.
of literally like, hey, I follow you, and then kept walking, and then
Right.
he come back later. It's like, no, not
No,
only I follow you too.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm so sorry. I said it, walked, and didn't give any context. That night, later on, whenever the show was actually going on, I said, JD, I apologize. During our pregame show, I said, I follow you, and kept walking. Did not give any context. And he was like, no, I knew exactly who you were. I follow you too on Instagram. You didn't have to.
Yeah,
And that
that's
was that at that
a
moment
little surreal.
was very surreal.
Yeah, that's an
Yeah.
aha
I was like,
moment.
holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody like Penelope, who it's no secret again, I'm a huge fan of what they're doing. Valencia is amazing.
Maybe a Penelope dinner coming soon to Southeast Texas.
If you don't invite me, I'm going to find you.
I will
Do you
alert.
want to play a game?
That sounds like that voice earlier that called us a piece of shit.
Roger?
Where'd that come from? It sounded like my wife.
All right. So I got a question about. Let's go back to the Super Bowl real quick.
So wait a
Well,
minute,
aren't you a
before
piece of shit?
I figured it out.
You figured it out?
What was that?
So on our soundboard, there's 2 different stations,
Uh-huh.
and this is the second station.
Okay.
Apparently, I recorded this like 2 years ago.
Wow. Wow.
Well,
so wait a
I'm gonna
minute.
leave.
Before you
We have a beat button.
Yes! God. Wait a minute, can you do it again?
Hit it.
Yeah.
Yes! I love the beat button.
That's funny. Okay.
So wait a minute.
All right, move on.
So wait a minute. Wait. You have a bottle of Angel's Envy.
We love Angels Envy.
You're gonna love this one.
I have a question for everybody.
Don't be a Penelope. Yeah, we gotta wait till after June. July.
Oh,
Penelope
Oh.
dinner in July.
Okay, for Ron. Yeah,
Yes,
so
but he
so
will
he
be
can
back.
come back
are you
home.
He will be
Ryan?
back.
Ryan, are you coming home?
We miss
I'm
you,
coming.
Ron.
We do
home.
miss you so much.
We miss you,
We
buddy.
miss you.
I'll make a video.
Well, not just that. I have some interesting.
I'll make a
stuff that's
video.
coming down the
I'm
pipeline.
coming
So,
home.
and I'll go ahead. You can share this too, by the way. I'm gonna go ahead and break a bunch of news right now.
A bunch of news?
bunch of news.
I hate our breaking news button.
I know I do too. We gotta change it. So I personally
Live.
I personally
Wait, Roy, what do you have?
I personally had emails with Robert Caldwell with Caldwell Cigars.
Okay.
I've reached out to a gentleman by the name of Mike with CigarHustler.com.
Mike?
Mike is sending me a quarter, which if you know how quarters break down, that's 3 months.
No,
worth of
please tell me
cigar.
how business quarters break down,
It's
Roy.
3/4 worth of reviews on cigars. Not only is that, Empire Cigars, you can tag all these people, by the way, too, if you want.
Try to
Caldwell
split this
Cigar
one.
Company,
Feel free to have
CigarHustler.com, Empire Cigars, they're all sending cigar samples in the near future.
Very nice.
So,
Ryan, we're going to need you on for an
Cat
episode.
Daddy's been busy.
We're going to need you on, Ryan.
The quote-unquote Go Hawk
What do we got?
gangster of this show has been busy.
Go
Well, who else?
Caldwell Cigar Company, you did that one. CigarHustler.com.
When was this one released?
This was 2 years ago. This was their.
I don't
Yeah, right
remember
there
this
with that one. And then
They did,
Empire Cigars.
What was last year's? The Ice Cider.
Yep, Ice Cider was
Yeah,
last year.
this was the year before the
Hang on
Ice
one
Cider.
minute.
Mhm. The Madera.
Empire Cigar Company,
Yeah.
no spaces.
So you've never had it? Well, awesome.
I love Angels in
I do too. I'm a
They're
big fan.
They're
I love
rye.
Angels.
They're
I mean, their
rye
rye is like
finished in rum.
Oh,
Is-
well, it's, I
is
think we've
that-
talked
if-
about that.
Yeah,
one.
it's
fantastic.
it's winter in a bottle. It's
Here's-
winter in a bottle.
Here's my only issue with this bottle here.
His Royness has spilt thy whiskey.
I know, right?
For the price point for this whiskey, I would like it to be over 100 proof.
Okay.
That's my only complaint.
So start from the beginning on this one, since now that they're done talking.
Yes.
Just go ahead and
Yeah.
give us a little background on what you just poured for everybody.
So yeah, this was a limited edition series from Angel's Envy. They release these once a year. This is their bourbon, so not their rye whiskey.
Right.
And this bourbon was finished in Madeira wine cask.
And Madeira is a
Spanish wine.
Spanish wine.
Spanish
Yeah,
wine.
Spanish
From
wine.
Spain.
We do have.
You, sir,
Yeah,
are a wealth of knowledge.
we're not talking about them Latin America Spanish.
The Spanish wine from Spain.
I had to clarify for our audience.
But
That's funny.
yeah, so and we do have actually like
What
you'll
is
see
that?
some balconies. Finished
like
in
a balloon.
Actually, I do have a Andalusia at home that's
sorry?
finished in Madeira. Those
Okay.
actually come from Hawk Winery out of Santa Fe, Texas.
Okay.
They make a Madeira down there, and so. But yeah, so it's just something a little interesting. I knew you were an Angel's Envy fan,
Yes.
and I've been wanting to kill this bottle so I can remove it from my shelf.
Well, don't hesitate to just go
And if
ahead.
John would like, I've got a little more.
John,
than
would you
welcome
like a
to
little
it.
pour?
Yeah.
We've got
We know how
we've
you are
got
about
just
Angels
enough.
Envy. We
Yeah.
got just enough. Oh,
I don't think I've ever had
So
Madeira
good.
wine though either.
so good. I'm not gonna lie, so good.
Bottle kill.
Bottle kill.
Hashtag bottle
kill.
Yep.
I wonder if people can hear me smelling.
Wait a minute. Can't people hear me saying, "Oh, chicken"?
Let me smell your hair.
You said you don't like to get political.
We don't.
Fuck Joe Biden. Okay, I'm gonna get.
Let's go, Brandon.
Fuck Joe Biden.
Let's go, Brandon.
Whatever.
You can't say things like that.
I can, because I can tell you right now, since I was 19 years old, I voted the same way every time, straight Republican ticket.
And that was where I was going, Ryan. Is Madeira wine sweet, or is it a Riesling is straight dessert wine?
Yeah, it's
and
straight,
then
it's sweet.
And then where would you put Madeira on that scale? I guess.
So that would be a question for James.
Okay.
Yeah.
James is a wine sommelier, actually.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
Did not know that.
Found that
James knows more about wine than I know about whiskey. And
James
Wow.
is a wealth of knowledge.
yeah, and if y'all don't know James, he's at Longhorn
Did not know
he's
Lumberton.
in Lumberton, yes.
We're so lucky to have that guy.
Mike
and-
Williams is watching. He got
Yeah.
the big smiley face.
Yeah.
Look at that smile. Have you ever
Big
seen him smile
cheesing.
like that?
Yeah, he's got
big
pretty
cheesy.
teeth.
I've never seen him smile that
got
big.
pretty teeth.
Hey, you got pretty teeth.
You know the funny thing about it being is we're talking about Mike Williams.
Can I smell your hair?
So Monday, I had an ARD meeting at my son's school because my son's autistic.
Right.
After I got done with that, I met up with my wife at JoJo's Bistro, which
Yeah,
is
right
right
next
next
door
door
to
to Longhorn,
Longhorn on
in
Dowling.
Beaumont.
Yeah.
I walked in and told Mike Williams, I said, "Hey, I didn't recognize you without your boots." He looked at me and said, "Hey, I didn't recognize you without your hat because I don't have the lime green
Yeah,
and
your
black."
giant hat that you're. I say giant because you have a big
I
fucking
do have a
head.
big fucking
Yeah.
head. My flex fit is quote
There's two
unquote.
cameras on that head right
Yes,
now.
there really are. And
My
we have to have
flex fit
widescreen.
Is quote unquote large, extra large.
Quote unquote
Quote,
large,
yeah.
extra large. If there was an extra large, extra large, that's what Roy would wear.
Well,
Yeah.
if you go new era, which I know you and I are both new era
Yes,
guys,
yes.
my fitted is 7 5/8.
Okay.
Same with
Quite
the cowboy
large.
hat. Same
I
with
put
everything.
it on and it covers my earballs.
Yes.
Me too.
Shots were
Yard.
throwing me. Do you need a new cowboy hat? I got two.
This is
Yeah,
delicious, though.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's really good.
So good.
Angels Envy. You
And
gotta love
Angels-
it. You gotta love what the Hendersons are doing.
So, well, time out. Angels is an MGP too, right?
I think they were another one that maybe started with MGP, but I do think they're doing their own distillation.
yeah,
at this
now they're
point.
their own distillation. Yes.
I don't know. You put me on the spot. Hey,
I know.
Hit that edit button.
Don't edit shit.
Hey, Mr. Whiskey Capital of the World, or Texas, or you couldn't hear nothing I said. Damn you, Scuba Steve!
You tell me. Is
Yes.
It? Yeah.
You know what? All right.
I don't think it is because
I'm going
because the
so
Henderson family.
Two out of three
Okay.
are saying not MGP. Let it be known, Bucky Pender tonight is saying Angel's Envy is MGP.
To the Henderson family, I apologize in advance for this.
Can I pee?
Yeah, you
Yes,
can do whatever you
you're
need
more
to.
than welcome, because I'm probably going to do it right after.
Yeah, I mean, literally, when you come back, he'll go out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really will.
2 men enter, 1 man leave. Yeah, that whole
you
thing.
know my date of birth. You have tracked me.
That was
You're good.
a mic.
You need to
Not to be confused with you.
the mic. Mike did
The
not
mic.
fall, but the mic fell.
The mic fell. What?
Angel's Envy, whose rum barrel finished rye comes from MGP.
Ha!
Their rum barrel finished.
Yeah, the rye. That's a
The
bourbon.
rye.
Yeah.
I need to know what their regular stuff is. Their regular stuff is a full out, their own distillate. I can go ahead and tell you.
Which one?
The regular.
What do you mean the regular?
Just
Port
their straight
finish?
Kentucky bourbon. Port finished. Yes, the port finished.
I don't think it is.
I think it is. Because they're also working with blackened at this moment.
It doesn't.
Like
say.
Lincoln Henderson himself is working with blackened.
It doesn't say.
I'm telling you, it is.
I don't think it is.
Stay
I
on
think it's
this
MGP. Somebody, I don't have time to do it on the show because we're doing a freaking live show.
I know that's the bad
Somebody
thing
in the
about it.
comments, look up Angel's Envy. No, Angels does not distill their own product.
I
Ryan.
told you.
No, they don't.
Hey,
No. No. No.
come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro.
Come at me.
Come at me.
I'm bigger than you. I'm higher on the food chain.
You are bigger than me,
I
but
know
I
I
don't
am
like to
bigger.
make that joke.
Well, we can make that joke. It's fine. Come at me, bro. Come at me. You and Goodell.
Love you, bro.
Come at me. I love you too, man.
I love you.
Fantastic. I told you it was their own distillate.
I don't think it is.
Ryan,
I really don't. I
Ryan
really don't.
would know because I feel like Ryan's been to their distillery.
I don't argue with Ryan a lot on when matters of whiskey.
Well, in that case, come at him.
I don't argue with Ryan a lot
He is
in
him.
matters of whiskey. I'm arguing this one.
I think you're wrong.
It says, who distills Angel's Envy bourbon? Louisville Distilling Company.
That's the same, literally the same thing.
So,
And
Yeah.
and I have
Ryan has been to the
Ryan's
distillery.
been to Angel's Envy, and
Yeah.
not only that, Mike Williams himself says it is their own
Oh,
distillery.
Mike Williams, Google says MGP.
I don't believe that.
nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Come at me. Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro.
I think I'm right. I'll go. I'm
All right,
doing it.
Roy,
I'm
Mr.
siding with
Henderson
the
on the phone.
Mr. Williams.
Or wait, what's his name?
I don't have Mike Williams' number.
No,
that
I'm
would
talking
be
about the Angel Liquor guy.
a Lincoln Henderson.
Lincoln
Yeah,
Henderson?
Mr. Henderson. I know you know his number.
I don't have his number.
Get it over.
I don't have. I have a lot of. I have a lot of numbers.
Hey,
Lincoln Henderson's
at
not one
Lincoln
of them.
Yeah.
At Lincoln Henderson, we need to know tonight: is Angels Envy MGP or no?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. If John would have asked me, "Hey, what is
Oh, I don't see.
what is
What?
Romacraft doing?" I have their number. What is Black
Yeah.
Label Trading?
There it is.
Blackwork
There it
Studio
is.
number. I have their number.
Thank you, Mike. See, Mr. Williams, Mr. Owner of the liquor store, is on my side.
Sourced and then finished.
On my side. I'm not a dum dum.
I didn't say you were.
Dum dum what? Gum gum?
Gum gum for dum dum. That's how it is off of National.
I feel like it's 2-2. We are literally tied because Mike Wright and Roy Gravis are saying their own, and Bucky Pender and Mike Williams.
And Mike Williams also said he didn't know neither. There's the I don't know
Don't
emoji.
throw that emoji out there, Mike. Damn it.
We're
What
still on
Mike
the.
Williams
He
Mike
said it's
Williams doesn't-
MGP.
He says it's MGP.
Mike is saying MGP. Y'all are saying it's not. Me and Mike are on the same team. You and Roy are on the
How do
same
you-
team.
Okay, here's my question. How do you argue against Ryan when he's been to the distillery?
You don't. That's the whole fact.
I do believe they
So I have an
might
answer.
be
Wait a
distilling
minute. Wait a
some
minute. Wait.
of their own
wait,
distillate.
Wait. He has an
because
answer.
This is from BreakingBourbon.com.
Oh boy. And are they they're kind of the authority.
I mean, I view them as an authority.
I do.
Distillery, for their bourbon is Undisclosed Distilleries in Kentucky.
In Kentucky.
What?
Yes.
In
No.
Kentucky. In Kentucky. Come at me, bro.
No.
You are wrong, sir. I said good day, you are wrong.
You get nothing.
Get nothing.
So this is
Nothing.
This is Bucky's last show.
Did our guest just kick me off? Oh my gosh. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
that's a good drop.
I've cried so much this week. And now you've added more.
No, but
God.
Oh, shit.
I thought I did at one point.
So if you say undisclosed distilleries in Kentucky, are you talking Bardstown?
Well, first of all, he
Are you
said
talking-
distillery,
Right.
not distilleries.
Distiller in parentheses
Ease.
IES.
Distilleries. So are we talking Bardstown? Who else in Kentucky?
Four Roses.
Really?
Yep.
Four Roses in Kentucky.
They do.
Four
And not only that,
Roses.
the people we reviewed last week, Rabbit
Where's
Hole,
Where's Whistle Pig?
Vermont.
Vermont.
Is it in Vermont?
Yeah,
Okay.
Vermont.
But Rabbit Hole,
Because I know Penelope sources from Whistle Pig too.
Rabbit Hole
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
is
Oh,
in
cool.
Their
Kentucky.
rye comes from.
yeah.
I gotta actually break the stick now. You
Damn it! Now I'm gonna go after you. Look at both of y'all breaking stuff.
Look, I tried catching it.
I break the stick every week, and I break nothing. Nothing.
Does my mic still work?
Yeah, it does. You're
Okay.
good.
Yeah, your mic works.
I love how we're on this whole MGP and.
Yeah.
Do you want to bring?
Bottles. I didn't, want to.
Where are you? What are you doing?
I'm crawling. Hey, we have a liquor barrel.
Ooh.
Just in case you're curious.
Do you want your bottles back?
What bottles?
The single malts that you gave me for 2 weeks ago, or last week, whatever it was. The barrel Vantage. No, not Vantage.
No, not
The
Vantage.
The barrel single malt vatted.
Oh, no. No.
And the
Those came out of my
High
personal
West?
collection.
I've
Oh,
got them at the house if you want them
No,
back.
absolutely not. Like, yeah, no.
I guess you.
I've got a lot of whiskey
Well,
on the shelf.
since you're here, I want to personally thank you for allowing us to try those.
Nah, no problem. That barrel American vatted malt was.
How good is barrel stuff, though?
You know, I do like their stuff. I'm into like
I didn't realize-
Bardstown doing some of the blending
Right.
on.
And from what I understood, the barrel single malt that you gave us for that show, the Texas that they did was from Balcones.
It was
correct?
from Balcones. They did 6 different American single
Yeah,
malts.
it was like Texas and Indiana,
Oregon,
and
Washington.
and Washington, and what? I'm sorry.
Whoa! What do we got up there?
Hey, quick question: since you're standing there, is my Maker's Mark cast strength in there?
It is?
Okay. I couldn't find it because I have a blend that I'm trying to do for this month.
Okay.
I'm going to need to take that home. I have a blend that I need to do. Have you had, so, yeah,
So, are we about to
Single
talk
malt.
about Rabbit Hole? Or?
a little
Oh, no.
bit.
Okay.
What is your thought? Because I'm in agreement with at that one dude Ryan. If y'all don't follow him on social media, look him up. Great guy whenever it comes to whiskey history or whiskey facts and stuff like that. American Single Malt is the up and coming 2023 idea of the year. The American Single Malt to compete in that Scotch category, to compete in the Irish whiskey category.
Well, American single malt's a new category.
Right.
In
It's
itself.
it's now legally a category.
Yeah, it's a
in
designated
Right. It's
category.
an actual designated category. So
Yeah.
the American Single Malt thing, and you gave us a couple of them, the High West.
Yeah, the High Country.
High West
Yeah.
High Country.
Yeah.
And then the barrel, and I apologize.
No,
I can't.
the American vatted single malt.
Is it? That's what it's
Yeah.
called, American Vatted Single Malt.
Yeah. Yep.
And they took single malts from like 7 or 8 different states
Yeah.
and blended them all together. So, what are your thoughts going into this year with the American Single Malt category? Are you excited about it?
Yeah.
Do you think it can legitimately compete with Scotch?
Yes.
Yes, I think long term, like anything else, it's going to take a while to grow that category. Obviously, you have
I'm
people
sorry,
like
y'all, I'm going to step out.
No,
you
you're
have
good.
people like Balcones,
Andalusia.
Westward, which was at the forefront
Yes,
of
Westward was literally at the forefront of the American single malt revolution.
right,
Yes.
and even one of the pushing forces behind making it a designated category.
True.
And
Very
so,
true.
yeah, I think what we'll continue to see out of American single malt will be more and more products coming out. Already in Longhorn stores, you'll find like the Virginia Distilling Company, your
Gotcha.
Courage and Conviction.
Okay.
Obviously, a Strain of Hands out of Denver.
Well, you got
is-
Key and Castle too. I think that kind of varies on that quote
Yeah.
unquote thing.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen a true American single malt from Castle and Key yet, but obviously Andalusia, Balcones,
Yes.
Conviction and is it conviction?
Courage and Conviction. Yeah.
So I'm curious, and I apologize for not hearing what y'all were saying
Yeah.
while I was out. So my question is, with 2023 possibly being that year of American single malt, and how do we get into the quote unquote Scotch game? How did Jack Daniels come out with one so fast? How were they already prepared?
Yeah.
Well, because Jack Daniels is Jack Daniels #1.
Yeah, that's
Because
a
it
great
couldn't be
question.
something that they just threw in. They had to be prepared for it.
Sure. Yeah, and I mean, however they decide what I'm sure when they're looking at what their upcoming releases are going to be with their Heritage Series, which is what that bottle was. To my knowledge, it's the first time that Jack Daniels put out an American single malt.
That's good. I know, right?
So, everybody, what we're drinking right now, and I'm going to take another little pour of this.
I'll take another
Talk
pour if you
about-
don't mind.
talk
As
about
we're,
that.
as we're talking about American single malts,
Yes, please talk about that.
and anybody that knows me knows that my love of single malts. So I'll tell a quick story of how I came into single malts to begin with. Is I wanted to.
I feel you went heavy on me on purpose.
Well, I just didn't want to short you any.
Right.
Right.
Because he's full.
I've seen your pours before, Roy. And you ruined it for
I have
him.
Chesney pours. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
Chesney
I have
pours.
Chesney
I
pours.
love that y'all remember that. Yeah.
Roy is the type of guy that you're like drunk an hour into the crawfish bowl because he's your bartender. He's just
Yes, I pour heavy. I pour heavy, and not only that, when I used to tattoo, I tattooed heavy as well. I was
bet you did.
heavy-handed.
But when
I get to your bones.
when I first wanted to branch out from the so-called bourbon or bourbon, and then got introduced to rye and
So,
really loved rye.
Real quick before you
Yeah.
continue down that line, let's do this.
The rye is MGP, first of all.
Yes, and I do believe
The regular is not.
Mike is
We
correct
have
on
Google
that.
on our side.
I did think
like
that the rye was MGP,
Okay.
but I thought the bourbon was different, and so that's kind of what I was.
Okay, so we all agree. We split. No,
I mean, no.
we split.
Yeah, I won, but
No,
okay.
you did not. I've got the owner on my
I
side.
know. Well, we were on the same side from our own. We were texting.
I win. His vote counts as 2. Yours counts
Yeah.
as 1. I get it. I'm picking. No. So I'm curious. So let's go down this path.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Your path into this journey, did it begin with bourbon? Did it begin with Scotch? Did it begin with Irish whiskey? And then did you grow into the Scotch game? Did you grow into what? Like, how? Where did
Yeah.
it start?
So, I'd never bought a bottle of whiskey in my life, and me and Jamie were in Fredericksburg. This is approximately 4 years ago.
Which is
maybe.
where I'm trying to go for my 14th anniversary, by the way. It's
Yeah.
Fredericksburg.
Yeah.
And we were there doing winery tours. We like wine. We couldn't tell you the difference between a $20 bottle and a $100 bottle.
Nobody
but
could,
It was
except for maybe my cousin. We
We can't tell you
joked
the
about
difference
it.
between a $20 bottle and a $300
Yeah.
bottle because we had that
We've done that.
New Year's.
We
Me and
did
Jamie,
it. We did it.
every year when we start talking about, hey, where are we going to go on vacation? It's like, I just want to stay in Texas.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go anywhere else.
There's a lot in Texas you can do.
Right. And so we're doing
Shit.
winery
Everything
tours.
but ski, basically.
Yeah.
I feel you can do that in Lubbock if it gets cold enough.
And so we were just out there, and I was like, saw that, I don't know if it was a billboard or what, but for Garrison Brothers, and it showed that there was a distillery, and I was like, oh, cool, we're doing all these winery tours. I've
Let's
never
do
been to a
this, yeah.
distillery before. And when you go to Garrison Brothers, it's just, the second you step foot on that property, you're like,
I hear that
whoa.
property is ridiculously
Hi.
gorgeous.
Welcome to heaven.
Yes.
Feel
And,
free to make yourself at home.
and she got a frozen Dr. Pepper that's made with Garrison Brothers small batch at the little shack there.
I love Garrison Brothers small batch.
And I had, for probably the first time in 20 years, just a pour of Garrison Brothers small batch, just a neat pour, nothing else. Just
Yeah.
hey, I wanted to taste what this was like, and
Right.
then
It's literally a barn, John.
we proceeded to.
Yeah, but the fact that it has blue bonnets out in front of it, let's be honest. If you go out to another picture that you had, keep going. Down, 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 down.
Hashtag, can we,
Right there. Stop. Right there.
hashtag
That's
blue
the picture.
bonnets. That was my grandmother's favorite flower.
Fantastic. Hashtag blue bonnet. Can you put that in there?
R.I.P.
Yeah.
I feel we almost need to pour one out for Mimi, quote unquote. You don't want to pour one out?
Can
Well,
we-
I mean, her and Burt Baccarat have something in common. They both, yeah. I got you.
Please continue.
By
So
all means.
fell in love. We did the tour. I think it was more the tour that really just seeing everything that went into that and how you get to this final product.
Right.
Just completely enamored me. And I came home and I literally just started buying bottles. And literally the first store I went to at the time, I had a catering business. My kitchen was down in Groves. And so I was doing a 7-day-a-week job. Every Wednesday, I would go to the Longhorn Liquor in Groves.
Right.
Really?
And I'd buy like 3 bottles and just take them back. and
Just random stuff?
random, just completely random stuff.
Certain category, like bourbon only, or...
Yes.
Can we time out just real quick?
Yeah,
Sure.
sure.
Okay.
Something I'm gonna do.
What you got?
Gotta move something.
He's got to move something.
They'll know why I did it.
Okay. They'll know why you did it?
I moved it out of 1.
Okay. I got you.
I don't.
No, so it's a general thing in the podcast world when you have somebody that quote unquote passes on, you leave channel 1 on your board open for that person.
Oh, okay.
So that
Yeah.
we're doing that for a specific
Yes,
reason. We're not
absolutely.
gonna dive into that too much, but
Yeah.
we salute mi
Thank you.
amigo.
Yeah.
So it's just random bottle.
Yeah.
Don't stop
Just-
talking.
No,
Yeah.
no, you're
Please
good.
don't stop.
You're good. I mean, we get
I
it.
actually lost my train of
Chinese
thought
balloons.
for a second.
Well, I mean, it's the fact. I mean, let's be honest. It's the fact that you know
Don't stop, because
It-
this
Yeah.
episode will get real
it's
serious real
literally
quick.
life as we know it.
Yeah.
I'll say it like
No,
that. It's life as we know it.
I am here.
I get it.
I am here tonight
Yes.
because I
Yes.
need tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
You need this.
Y'all want real life? Y'all want real life? I lost the number 1 most important person in my life at 12:45 this morning. And I'm here because I need John sitting in producer corner and my best friend Roy sitting across
Hey,
from me.
You know how I feel, dude. I got your 6 no matter what. I got your 6. My God's honest truth.
Mike, you were a pleasant surprise tonight because I stood outside before the show and we talked real life.
Yeah.
I got to tell you what happened,
Yeah.
and you got to tell me about your own life experience.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, y'all, and I did not
you're-
want tonight to be.
You're
You're good.
I did not want tonight to be this. I wanted everything but this. But y'all want real life. This is what our show is.
Yeah, we're as real as it gets.
Yeah, I mean,
God's honest truth. I mean, I know personally where you're going through. Because
I know you do.
Because the sad thing about it is, and I'm all, you talk about pull back the curtain. 3 years ago, almost to the day, you and I went through the same thing in reverse. I lost my grandmother, rest in peace, Lois Chance. I lost her literally. I got the phone call during the first quarter of the Super Bowl
Dana even
at his house.
Dana asked me, wasn't this the time that Roy
3 years
didn't
ago.
Roy walk out for
3
something
years
around
ago
this
to the
area?
almost to
and I was
the
like,
day.
it wasn't his dad, but it was
It was
his,
my grandmother.
I think it was his grandma.
It was. It was the last grandparent that I had because I'd lost. Because honestly, what makes up my family is I'm half Gravis, half Chance.
Yeah.
I lost both my grandparents' Gravis side. I lost my first one in 2000. My grandfather in 2000. My grandmother in 2009. I lost my grandfather Chance in 2006. I lost my grandmother Chance first quarter of the Super Bowl 2020.
Yes.
Yeah.
So literally 3 years ago,
And
almost
I
to
remember
the, day,
the phone call.
Yeah, because dude, literally, like he walked up and said, "Hey, what do you
What's
want?"
go- what-
and
what-
we poured the drink. We saluted,
yeah.
just like we're doing now. So
So I think,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You're good. You're good.
look,
I'm so sorry, y'all.
hey,
this is what I want to
life,
say.
bro.
If
It's
I
life.
can, like,
Love you, brother.
yeah.
You know I love you.
Fantastic.
If you, all right, be good. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, take care.
Let me know what you
Have a
need.
good one, bud.
Take care. Look, I even did the just for you.
Hook 'em. Hashtag
no.
hook 'em. Yep,
We don't hook them on this.
Yeah,
we do hook 'em.
that's a good way for me not to come back.
Right? Oh,
Did you see that? I didn't even do it. The Oklahoma
as an
guy.
Oklahoma fan.
Oklahoma
Yeah.
guy, quote unquote, hooked him.
Whoa.
I didn't even hook him.
I was going to say,
Love you to pieces. No,
like,
both of y'all, for real. Thank you. Just
I think in moments like
Thank
this,
you.
and I think anybody that's listening right now, and me and Roy, obviously, we are always here for you to
Oh,
support you in
absolutely.
anything. I think it's human emotion to get saddened by a loss because you know you'll never see these people again. But the way I've always looked at death in that respect is like, let's celebrate the time that we had with them, and
Because I'm not going to lie. Hey, Mimi was a rock star, dude.
yeah,
and that's
yep.
and please understand the last 2 days. So my past 12-ish hours have been fucking amazing. I've spent time with my cousins, my aunts, my dad, who I don't get to spend a lot of time with, my family, and we've laughed and we've talked and we've spent this time together, and it's been amazing. I did not, in every way, shape, and form, because when I got told, because my aunt, because knowing that I was not home from work yet, had not left work, my cousin had called Dana first and let Dana know what was going on. And whenever I got home from work Thursday evening, Dana, and let's pull back the curtain here for a second and feel me what I'm saying. Dana, whenever I walked in the door and I walked into our bedroom and I put my backpack down, Dana said, "Hey, babe, come sit down next to me on our bed." I said, "Well, just tell me what you got, because we got dinner to cook. We got things to do." And she said, "No, you don't understand. Come sit down next to me on the bed because I cannot say this." Oh.
I know how Dana feels.
Okay. And she told me Mimi went to the restroom, and then she laid down in her bed and she did not wake up after that. And the hospice nurse has started giving her morphine to make her comfortable for the transition into the next step. And I'm going to tell you right now, as somebody that had to listen to that, that is by far the worst way to describe
It is.
what is going on. Because and let me put this out there. My grandmother is not my grandmother. My
No,
grandmother is
she's
one of
more or
the
less your
closest thing
parent.
that I had to a mother.
Yeah.
There are a couple of people that I will consider a mother to me, and she is one of them.
Yeah.
I get it, dude.
And I'm going to tell you now, when somebody says we have started the comfort process of transition, no, fuck you. Tell me what is. Don't say it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like the way that's put.
So I'm going to tell you something you may not know. So literally, when you called me and you had dinner with Mario, I called him. He didn't answer for obvious reasons.
Right.
So I called Dana off the bat because Dana and my wife Brandy, no big secret, have been friends since they were like 3 years old. Mm-hmm. Dana told me flat out, hey, he's not going to talk to you today. And then she explained why.
Yeah.
And the thing with me is, if he needs to talk, I know where he's been. I've been down that road.
Sure.
But what happened the next day?
Yeah. The next.
I needed. I needed Roy Gravis to talk to me, because and what's fucked up about the whole thing is there was a wreck. And my GPS said 1 hour and 17 minutes to make it to work, which is typically a 40-minute drive. I made it to Lumberton, and I said, nope, because I cried. I cried all the way to Lumberton. And I said, nope, not going to happen. I called Roy back that day because I could not do it.
I sit in traffic
how long
with you,
did we
dude.
talk?
We
How
talked
long
for
did we
probably
talk?
45 minutes.
Yeah.
I sit in traffic
needed
in that wreck
every
that you're
bit
talking
of it.
about.
And I will sit here and tell you tonight, he is not just a co-host to me. That is my best friend.
Hey, I'll take it one step further than that. I have you listed in my phone, God's honest truth. I'll pull it up and show it to you. I have you listed as my other brother. And you know how I feel about my brother.
I needed every second of that 45-minute conversation about stuff and then about nothing. We were legitimately at one point for probably 15, 20 minutes talking about nothing other than Roy saying, yep, I moved up 14 feet.
And not just that, I sent you a picture of a stupid ass
Of some
individual
dumbass
that literally
that
tried to
tried
take
to
a feeder
pull-
road and
yeah.
got stuck.
Roy's like, yeah, I moved up 10 feet.
Yeah.
Nope, there's a dumbass that tried to pull in. He got stuck.
Send you the picture and everything.
I was like, yeah, I'm going down some random ass. Where am I? I don't even know where I'm at. It's what I needed.
Yeah.
And for that morning, for 45 minutes of my life, I didn't cry. I got to work, and I started working on what I needed to. And everybody at work was like, nope, you got to go. But for 45 minutes of that morning, I got to spend talking to my best friend, my brother, and didn't cry. And I was happy about that. So if you have any question about what this show does and what this show is and why Mike Wright is here tonight, because I talked to him pre-show about what happened, and he got to pull the curtain back for me about what happened in his life. This show is not just about the bullshit, and
No, it's not
about
the
life.
bullshit.
It's about it's about brotherhood.
Hey,
this
guy right here, that's La Familia.
Yeah.
Flat out. La
We don't-
Familia. I'll toast
we've
that
never-
all
we've-
day long,
we
6
don't
days,
say-
7 days a week.
And that's why
However.
we don't call y'all fans, and we don't say they're fan. Your family,
Yeah.
your friends, I'm telling you now, you truly are friends and family of this show. And I don't ever want anybody to think otherwise. Because when Mike Wright comes on, it's no different than me and Roy sitting here. Roy's my brother, and he got me through a lot of this week. And I don't cry in front of my wife.
Sad thing about it is, dude,
I've sat here and cried on
told
this
you-
show.
I told you flat out, I know where you've been. I've been down that road.
To cry on this show, to be where I'm at right now.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, you're a trooper for even doing the show.
Yeah, because I literally, God's honest truth, you can ask him this. I was sitting in Sam's with my wife doing grocery shopping. I said, hey, if you want me to do this solo,
Dude,
I
don't-
will. And he's like, no,
No,
I'll be
I'm
there.
going to be.
Yeah.
I need my family. I need my friends. And you, each and every one of you,
Matter of fact, pour me that while you're at it.
each and every one
Let's
of you,
kill this bottle.
knowing
Smoke it in the head.
Mike was going to be here tonight. Ryan told me he was going to be watching
Yep.
live. Knowing Ryan was going to be here, knowing Mike was going to be here, knowing Roy was going to be sitting here. This is where I needed to be tonight.
Yeah.
And by the way, can you read your wife's comment? Because I know how I am. I'm going to start fucking crying right in the middle of it.
Thank you. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, John, before he left for hashtag Blue Bonnets, because that means a lot. My wife, it wasn't something that was easy for me to say. Hard to tell your husband that kind of news about someone he loves more than you. And I'll never admit to loving anybody more than my wife.
But Mimi was it, dude. I'm going to be
That was
honest with you. That was
Mimi was Balcones calls it the one.
Yeah.
Mimi was the one.
She
one.
was,
Yeah.
She was the rock.
The OG.
she was much more than an OG.
Yeah.
Much more.
She's the reason I force my wife, and she hates it, to scratch my back when I want to go to bed. Mimi's the reason for that. She spoiled me. Spoiled me. Mimi spoiled the shit out of me by scratching my back to go to bed.
And I don't feel
you
I'm,
laugh.
And I don't feel I'm overstepping my bounds by this.
Where's your
You
man
laugh.
card?
Mimi's
No.
the reason.
Fuck you. I'll throw my man card out all day long.
Mimi's
Mimi.
the reason.
That's a hell of a back
Not only
scratch,
did you
huh?
make it
Yeah.
out of high school, Mimi's the reason you made it to college.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel that.
Every single fucking
and
bit
I
of
feel,
it.
Yeah.
I feel that. 100%.
When my parents got divorced, I ran from my house to my grandmother's
Yes.
house and locked myself in the bathroom and said, no, I am not leaving with my mother. I am staying right here.
That was your comfort place.
And it was,
well, not just
it
that.
was.
Yeah.
He
It-
and I
that
are
was
both.
my place.
So
Yeah.
he and I are both small town guys. He's from Finette.
Evadale.
I'm from Evadale.
Even
Yeah.
smell.
However you want to word it.
Even
Yeah.
smell.
But at the same time,
It does smell.
it does.
Yeah.
It does.
That's all it means.
I
It
get
smells a
it.
little
It
bit.
smells.
A little bit.
I get it. But at the same
One of my
time,
best friends lives in Evadale right now.
So we can all say
Yeah.
it smells.
Yeah.
there's a reason why I word this guy the way I do on my cell phone.
Yeah.
It literally says my other brother.
Yeah.
I only
So you
have
are.
one brother. And I know he's watching right now because I know he is.
Yeah.
Rhett Gravis from Mount Bellevue, Texas.
I love.
He's
And
watching.
don't get me wrong. I love Rhett.
We
I
all
love
love
Rhett.
Rhett. We all love him to death.
He's a little strange, but
He's a different cat.
He-
But at the same
him's
time,
Oh, sounds like I like Brett.
oh, you
Rhett's a
would.
good dude.
I
I'm
like
not gonna
different
lie.
cats.
Rhett's
You would.
very,
Yeah.
Rhett's
He
very
introduced
business.
me to Twisted Tea.
Yes, he did introduce you with the tea because we were
That's
doing
not a
twist.
start in the right direction.
Well, no, but we. So the funny thing about it is, We were drinking twisted tea when we were building the
Yes.
studio.
Yeah.
So that's why that hall
yeah.
goes
Gotcha.
back full circle.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. It's the sentimental value of what we have now with
Yeah.
the fact that he brought twisted tea. And I tried the whiskey, and I don't try
Yeah.
it. I don't
But
want to
the-
talk bad
but
about
the
it. No.
regular
it's not
twisted
even.
tea-
It's not whiskey.
The regular twisted tea, you got to
Yeah, in
admit.
a can. It's refreshing.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good to have on a summer day.
Because I'm not going to lie, we sweat our ass off building
we
this
did.
fucking studio.
We came
And
here
that's
for a reason.
that's real talk.
Y'all
We
can all go fuck
sweated.
yourself.
Yeah.
We bled. I nicked the cord on Bucky's saw, for God's
Yes, you did.
sakes.
You motherfucker. Hey,
Hey.
We don't
Hey.
have the board no more.
time out.
Okay.
Let's go back to big game, big
Okay.
preview, whatever the fuck we're calling this. Super. Quick question. Yeah. Can we say it this way?
got sued.
Super Bowl.
I wish Roger Goodell would show his ass up at
Here's a question.
the address
do
that's
you,
lifted on the Facebook.
Do y'all consider the Kansas City Chiefs a dynasty?
I feel they're close
Oh,
because of the fact that
5 straight AFC championships
okay,
and a Super Bowl appearance in 3 out of 5. Are they a dynasty?
I feel they're close. If they're not
Are they-
there,
But right now
They're
they have
close.
1 win.
2.
2.
no, they have 1 Super Bowl
I thought it was
under
I'm sorry.
Mahomes. They have 1.
Yeah.
I'm not saying under Mahomes. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about like if we're talking
God
dynasty,
dang
that's
it.
in
Y'all
terms
suck.
of
Hold on,
recent.
Kansas
memory.
City
Yeah, I agree with Mike on this.
Yeah.
Chiefs. Super.
Hey, the longer we hang out, you'll learn to realize I know a lot. So,
Okay, so y'all fucking suck. I don't like y'all.
Well, hey, you swallow, so what's the difference?
me and Bucky are going to be better friends.
I need a job, buddy. Hey, I got knee pads in the car. Mike,
Y'all have entered the PM edition of this podcast.
I got knee pads. If you don't see me, it's not because I'm not peeing.
Gentlemen after dark.
It's because I'm trying to get a job at Longhorn Liquor.
You know what's funny is I told my wife before I left to come over here, I was like, nah, it's not going to be 4 hours again.
No, that's I
I don't even know
Roy.
I don't even know what the time is right now. I know at one
I
point.
said, do I need to make a commercial break for tonight's episode?
I'm gonna go
And he
out on
said,
a limb and say
maybe.
we're at an hour and a half
So
right
did you?
now.
No.
because I think we
Well,
started at like
I
6:15.
did, sorta, but
It's
I didn't.
8:45 ish.
I didn't.
Oh,
now.
okay.
So we're still early.
Oh, yeah.
We're still early. We're still good.
Time out.
If I'm being
We're at 2 hours and 38
No,
minutes.
so we're good. We're good.
honestly, I'm good for a lot longer. I was just really thinking about a cigarette.
I don't even like y'all.
You do like us. No bullshit.
No, you're right. I don't like y'all. I
Yeah.
love y'all. I love both of y'all.
These moments will live with us forever.
For real. No, they
Hey,
really will.
I've said it 100 times. I'm gonna say 101. What
so
we do
20
in life.
Can I say this real
Echoes
quick
in eternity.
before Bucky goes? This is just the beginning.
It really is.
It really is just the
Y'all
beginning.
suck.
I
I just
love
want you to know that y'all suck.
No, but
No.
hey, we may suck, but you swallow.
Yeah. You know, it's not fun, Roy.
It is. I don't normally get one-ups on you because you're more witty than I am.
He's wittier than you?
He really is wittier than I am.
just
So
gotta
he
take
takes
your
my
medicine.
low moments.
You just got to take it.
I get knocked down 14 pegs because of what happens in my personal life. Roy's like, this is my time.
That's it.
That's how you know he's a true friend.
I love you, brother.
I'm there for you.
No.
I'm so jealous of
so-
y'all's friendship right now. Like I'm thinking, like
And
I
the
wish I
sad,
had.
you want me to tell you
Should
the
we
sad thing
hug?
about it is?
Do you want to hug?
Yeah, I
It's-
need.
Oh, no,
Apparently
it's
was the
more
last. No, it was the last Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl win.
because
Yeah.
it was against San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's oddly enough. So I'm gonna tell you, if you're a betting man, so my
You're a betting
grandmother,
man. I'm a
hang
betting
on,
man.
I'm a bet.
I'm a betting man.
My grandmother died in 2020. Chiefs won the Super Bowl. Mimi, God rest her, literally just passed.
Well, aren't y'all a bunch of contradicting motherfuckers who
we-
picked the Eagles
I know.
to win the goddamn Super Bowl?
No, he picked the Chiefs. No, you picked the
the
Chiefs.
Eagles.
No,
'cause
you
I-
picked the Chiefs.
No,
It
I
was
didn't.
I
you
picked
two.
the
He picked the
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
No, me and John picked the
You and-
Chiefs.
Oh,
Him
it was
and
me
John.
and you.
You and I went with the Eagles.
Chiefs. I'm so sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
Chiefs, Eagles.
I
You're right.
called y'all out.
You're right.
Got you.
No.
Look at you. You
called
called us out.
Okay, but my grandmother just passed away. Why can my pick not win?
I feel
It may.
I've got God on my side.
I feel it's preordained.
Well,
I've got God
Your
on my
pick's
side.
winning. I feel it's
I picked it
preordained.
before she passed.
so when the factors that impact what side wins, Vegas doesn't miss
You're right. They,
They
don't.
don't.
much.
And Vegas
Vegas don't.
has
It's a very close spread.
Philly as favorites.
Slight, though. I mean,
One
I
and a
think,
half.
I
gotta
think,
potty.
1.5. You go potty.
yeah,
We got you.
yeah, we got you.
1.5.
Hey,
1.5.
just
That's all
hurry
it
because
is.
I do need a smoke. But so if you can drain that little thing, yeah. But look, it's going to be a good game.
I think it's gonna be
honestly,
close.
I couldn't tell you for certain who's going to win.
No, I think it's going to be a
By the
close
time
game.
it kicks off, I do have any squares.
Yeah.
That you have on the game.
Okay.
Like, do you have squares? Like,
do
you know-
not.
Okay, I got on some boards, and so that's always exciting to see.
No,
with
it's
the
always- yeah, for sure.
You know, so. But yeah, I'm sure tomorrow I'll have a feeling one way or the other. I say the Chiefs because y'all both picked the Eagles, but
Well, I mean, I picked the Eagles because I'm a quote unquote NFC guy because I would normally pull for the Saints, which
So-
is an NFC team.
so really what I look at.
He normally pulls for the Texans, which is the AFC team.
Yeah.
So that's
And-
why he
and-
went the way he went.
No,
I went
no,
E-
y'all both went Eagles.
I went Eagles.
Well, it's 'cause
That's
y'all
the
both
NFC.
seem
because
to have
Texans
a-
are a dumpster fire.
Yeah, y'all both seem to have
Goddamn.
a really hard time remembering who y'all
I'm so
picked.
sorry that
But-
the Texans are fucking dumpster fire.
Dumpster. But I feel they're trending in the right direction.
Hold on, time out.
hold up.
Wait a
No, no,
minute.
no. This-
D'Amico Ryan's being named the head
In
coach.
D'Amico, I trust.
Yes.
Please.
For one,
Okay.
D'Amico Rhymes.
Please don't
Good
fuck
hire.
this up.
Yeah, it was a very good hire.
Very
How-
good hire.
but- okay,
Another thing,
time
hold
out.
on real
No.
quick. I'm first.
Okay.
Because I've been doing this for 5 minutes while y'all been going before.
I've been doing this longer
The
than you.
Texans have 2 top 15 picks
They do.
Okay.
in this
do?
draft, and that's important. Now, they thought that Davis Mills would be the one.
I don't think he's the guy.
He's definitely not. So they have to address quarterback, but they got the number 2 pick, which is why the hell would they win their last game of the year to give up that number 1 pick to Chicago?
No.
But I
You see,
feel
this is where
here's the
you're
thing:
fucked up. See, this is where
Chicago
you're
has
fucked
their
up.
pick in Justin Fields. They know that's their
do,
quarterback.
But I question
feel
that. I
like
question
God's
that.
honest
So,
truth, and you can
there's
go
so-
ahead and write it down. I feel
Put it on the board.
that the Texans are going to take C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State.
I think that will probably be. I like that that prediction. I could see Bryce Young. Look,
I think
Chicago's
C.J.
going to trade out of the
Stroud
number 1
more than
spot.
Bryce Young because let's be honest, Bryce Young is a
Well, there's going to be a
quote-unquote
quarterback that
smaller-
goes ahead of C.J. Stroud. If you think
I don't think there is. I think C.J. Stroud is the legit number
No,
1
no.
quarterback that goes off the
But
board.
the Texans have the number 2 pick.
I understand that.
So who's going to go number 1?
Well, who's got the number 1 pick?
So right now it's Chicago Bears,
the
but they're
defensive tackle out of Georgia, Jamal Smith.
Exactly.
Jamal.
yeah. But
God, I
there's
wish I
no
could
way
tell you his name.
Chicago keeps that pick.
I
Yes,
think
there
they
is.
do.
Yes, there is.
I think they do because
there
I think
is.
they go defense over offense.
Oh no! I disagree. And so, can we mark this down
I
somewhere?
want to
So,
tell you right now. I want to tell you right now. There is not a team that needs that pick more than what the Chicago Bears will take.
They're good defense. I think they're going to go 100% defense.
Because if they don't go, and I'm going to fuck it up, and I don't know if it's Jamal Smith, but the defensive tackle
I know you're talking about,
out of Georgia.
They're going to take him.
He'll be number one. He will be the number
pick.
one overall
Yes.
overall pick. CJ
If-
Stroud or Bryce Young
Wait a minute.
will be the
That's
number 2
if
overall pick.
Chicago keeps the number 1 pick. If they
will.
trade it
And
away,
they will keep. I'm telling
Okay.
you,
Okay.
mark it on the show.
Okay.
They will keep the number 1 pick and take the tackle out of Georgia.
Okay, mark it on the show. Chicago does not pick number 1 in this year's NFL draft.
Put it on the board.
Put it on the board.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was reading your wife's comments while I was watching y'all do the put it on the board thing.
I feel like I outdid him on that.
No, you're
Oh,
legit.
now you're trying to outdo me. Do you want to do the last call too?
No.
Let's.
No.
Is that coming up? I
You
hope
can't
not.
do the last
Are we
call.
gonna do an out call show off?
Blast call. No. It's not.
I'm
That
just-
was fake.
You shut your whore mouth.
That was fun. But as a friendly, like,
No, a friendly wager.
yeah, I don't think Chicago picks number
Chicago,
1.
yes or no, number 1.
Chicago picks number
No.
1. Then they take
Yeah, I don't
it's
think
a-
Chicago. I think that they get over. Somebody's going to want to move up and take a quarterback, and they're
Who?
going to give them
Who?
Exactly.
Indiana. I mean Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
No.
I could
feel
see.
they
I could.
don't.
They don't have-
I could see it,
I don't.
but I don't
because
believe it's going to happen.
I don't, and here's the reason why I don't. They have Sam Ellinger on the
Okay.
roster.
Ellinger's not an NFL
They
starter.
still have Matt Ryan. They still have Matt Ryan signed.
though.
Yeah, but
Regardless,
they had
if
Matt Ryan this
Ellinger-
past year too,
That's true.
and that was not good.
That's true.
Yeah.
So who moves up to number 1? Because you've got C.J. Stroud.
I don't
and
think
you've got
anybody moves up.
You've got C.J. Stroud and you've got Bryce Young sitting there. 2 different quarterbacks.
Yeah. And I
Bryce-
think
Bryce
Mel Kiper
Young-
at this point
Bryce-
has Will
okay,
Levis from
we-
Kentucky actually is his number 1.
Yeah.
And I hate it. I
Yeah.
hate it. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry, but fuck that pick. And I will argue it every day
Yeah.
of the week. And I am not a draft specialist, and I
No.
will never be a NFL quote unquote.
So let's do this
badass.
exercise. Let's go back, like we all have phones here, Google the last 10 draft picks and how many have been, the number 1 pick's been a quarterback.
Oh, it's a ridiculous number.
That's what I'm playing off of. Is somebody's
So,
going to move up
here's-
because they want a quarterback and
I
they're
don't
willing to
think
give up a
Chicago
ridiculous
is
amount
that
of.
team because
you wanna know-
Chicago
Fun fact.
has the number 1 pick, correct?
Sure, but if they can
Yes.
get 3
Right
number
now?
1s, future
No.
number 1s,
I don't think that's where they're going with it.
I say.
I just don't think that's where their head's always been different. I mean, they traded quote unquote for Khalil Mack, which probably the quote unquote
if you're
greatest
drafting
linebacker
number 1 in the draft
in the game.
that means you were the worst team in the NFL the year before.
Correct.
So
that.
Chicago Bears are a ways away from
No.
going to a Super
I don't
Bowl.
feel they are.
Yeah, because I think
How
Justin
much
Fields
do
is
they
gonna be
believe in
trash.
Justin Fields?
I think
That's
they
what
feel.
I think their downfall
I think
is.
they feel a lot with Justin Fields. First
Why
of
is
all.
he not the next Michael Vick?
He is the next
Michael Vick took the Falcons
So
to the
he-
Super Bowl.
He's going to abuse dogs.
I don't think he's going to abuse dogs.
Why you
Let's
gotta
be
go
honest
there?
with that.
Bruh, I love you. I love you to death, but why you gotta go to that?
I love Michael Vick.
Why you gotta go to that
The
point?
year that Michael Vick came back from all that and went to Philadelphia, I drafted him in fantasy
Advanced
that year.
football.
Him, does anybody know the running back that came out of nowhere that year?
Arian Foster.
Peyton Hillis
Peyton Hillis out of
from
Cleveland.
From
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Yes. Nowhere. Nobody knew who his name was when
Right.
we drafted fantasy, but like
I
3
think he
weeks
quote unquote went to an Ivy League school.
Peyton?
I think so.
maybe.
Don't remember where he went.
But no, I don't. I don't.
Why
like-
can't Justin be the next coming of Michael Vick?
I think he can.
I
First
mean, I
of
guess
all.
he could be, but like being they
You good?
I gotta pee.
Chicago was terrible this year. I mean, I don't know why. I don't understand why Justin Fields and from a Barstool, Big Cat, he's a Chicago guy, and he thinks that Justin Fields is the answer. And my only question is, from a devil's advocate standpoint, is like they're the worst team in the NFL. So you can like some things you've seen on the
I
field.
honestly think the Texans are the worst team.
Possibly, but they. And
I'm a
am-
Texans fan.
I am a Texans fan. I know you are as well.
I like local sports.
I like to think that I'm self-aware.
Right.
The Texans, for one, had a lot of close games this year.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And down the stretch, I thought. I do like the hire D'Amico Ryans. I didn't understand the firing of Lovie Smith.
No.
But I do like the hiring of D'Amico Ryans. He seems to be universally respected across the league. Obviously, San Francisco had an
Do
outstanding
you
defense.
agree with what is possibly a hiring of Cliff Kingsbury as the OC? It's been reported.
I don't think
It's
gonna
been
happen.
reported. He's in Houston.
I don't think Houston
He's
can
there.
afford.
I think Kingsbury's shown enough.
But
Cliff
does
Kingsbury.
anybody hire? Who else is going to hire Cliff?
I don't think anybody does.
I
think
really
he goes back to college.
I honestly thought that Cliff Kingsbury was going to be the next offensive coordinator of Texas A&M. That's what I thought. And then Bobby Petrino came and they went that route.
I
And
feel Kingsbury goes back to Texas Tech.
it is
is where
a
I feel he
juxtaposition right now that Bucky hollered at, kind of clowned on you earlier for spilling some whiskey.
I know, right?
You
He
hush
did the
your
same
whole
shit.
mouth.
Hey, don't think I don't see what goes on. I see everything.
I hate it.
So I love this conversation though. Like,
So-
look, we all love whiskey. That's
Yes.
how we came to know each
Yes.
other, and
Yes.
and kind of let's
Yes.
bring everything full circle from
Yes.
earlier. Like,
Do it.
whiskey
I can
is
hear
the
you.
binder of a lot
It
of
is.
relationships.
By far.
But what in the first podcast I did, we talked pre-whiskey fest.
We did.
It dominated the conversation
Yes,
for
it
4
did.
hours and 6
Yes.
minutes or whatever.
Correct.
And then the second conversation was we recapped Whiskey Fest for 4 hours and
Post
11
Whiskey
minutes.
Fest,
Right.
Yes.
Right.
We went longer after.
But my most excited appearance was tonight
Okay.
because
Why is that?
I knew that we would get into things other than whiskey. And I love talking about shit.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Other than
I mean,
whiskey.
we're literally 2 hours and 52 minutes in right now.
It is Bourbon and Ball,
Bourbon
That's
and
what we
Ball.
call it.
Big
Bourbon and
Game
Ball.
Preview Show.
By the way, have you had either one of the
Yeah,
the rabbit
so-
holes?
So, what is your thought on giraffe? Yeah.
Let me tell a cool story about Rabbit Hole.
Yes, please
Um,
dive in.
So my first kind of year with Longhorn, of course, kind of to finish what we talked about earlier, I was really wanting to get into the working closer with whiskey. This opportunity presented itself to come on board. I had no idea that it was going to turn out to be. I'd hoped that it would turn out to be what it has turned out to be, which was really literally going to get to do barrel picks and stuff. My first trip to Kentucky, we weren't able to pick at Rabbit Hole because they were shut down because of the pandemic still.
And a lot of people were. Let's be honest.
And they were. And but they were very gracious enough to give me and my guest a private tour of the distillery
Okay.
with nobody else around. And Rabbit Hole is one of the more unique distilleries.
Yeah, because let's be honest, Cave Samanian, their head distiller, he's doing some good shit. Because I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, to me, that Cave Hill is better than this High Gold.
Yeah.
My man sitting
Yeah.
opposite set of me thinks High Gold is better than Cave Hill.
Cave
we're-
Hill's my favorite from Rabbit Hole.
I feel the fact that I'm justified just on that statement.
But we were able to go there, and they really welcomed us. Even though there was only a few employees there, they gave us a full tour of the distillery. And like Balcones, kind of, it's in a a downtown type area.
Right.
So it goes
because
more
they're in downtown
up than-
Louisville. Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause it goes
just
up more than out.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
they're really just outside the Nulu district. So
Okay.
y'all recognize the name Nulu?
Right.
That's a neighborhood in Louisville.
Yes, it is.
And but Rabbit Hole is a absolutely phenomenal. Like just the visit, it is very modern, obviously.
I think one of our, matter of fact, Ryan McGee mentioned that in a comment, that the fact that they're very, very modern, and the fact that it's super. What's the
I
word I'm
like what
looking for?
Nulu's doing.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I
mean
like
they're
what Nulu's
they're
doing.
Nulu's the neighborhood.
I like what
most of all.
Nulu's doing.
So here, like, we obviously carried many different variations of the Nulu. Nulu was on my radar even before it was available in Texas
Okay.
because they were one of the brands that were doing a lot of so you see a lot of these store picks
Yeah,
that come up in different Facebook groups and stuff like that. They're always these MGP whiskeys.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that.
No,
You
there's
say, but
nothing wrong with
but that's
sourcing a
where
start.
Nulu cut its teeth to kind of get expanded to a broader market.
Exactly.
Was doing these picks with these Facebook groups, and then it did become available in Texas. And I was, I knew the name, and I'd already had a bottle of Nulu that I
Right.
purchased from somewhere. And
I'm about to reply to Ryan's comment.
no,
but
you're good. Go
I'm
ahead.
I'm gonna both ask it in the comments and in real life. Ryan said he loves Nulu and what they're doing. I would love to know what's your favorite expression from Nulu.
Nulu, if I remember correctly, Nulu is majority out of New Orleans.
no.
Okay.
No. Nulu is a neighborhood in
Okay.
Louisville.
It's a neighborhood in Louisville. Okay.
Absolutely, 100%. They are 100% MGP,
Okay.
rye and bourbon. They do some different finishes like
Okay.
the toasted, and right now their newest expression is an Amberana cask,
Right.
which we were, I think, talking maybe pre-show that
True.
that was. That is a new trend, or maybe we were talking about it earlier with the show. I remember talking about the Koval.
Right. Koval was, yeah.
But I think Sagamore has come out with an Amberana maybe here lately.
I think so. Bucky would know more because Bucky's the quote unquote Sagamore Penelope
Sure.
type guy.
Yeah.
Not what I am.
Yeah. But the Nulu I do like. It's the price point has gotten.
It's a little outrageous.
Yeah.
So, me and Ryan sat on his back porch, and did Nulu one night, and I enjoyed what we did from Nulu.
Yeah.
I had a great time. That was a finished rye that I hadn't had a lot of before.
Yeah.
Knowing Nulu is sourced and all of that, because at that time I hadn't heard of a lot of rye whiskeys that are doing a finished type thing.
Right.
And then obviously me and Ryan, continued on that night. That night got a little outrageous.
I hate I missed that night, by the way, but I had to
you
work.
did not have a partake in that night. That was,
Yeah, you can pour whatever you want to. We got Cave Hill. We got High Gold.
we got Legion
Is
on the
what
table.
you got. We've got
We've got,
Legion.
Maker's Mark, cast strength. Have whatever
We
you
got all
want
kinds of
this
stuff.
evening.
I'm gonna take a Cave Hill personally, because that's got to be Cave Hill by far has got to be my favorite.
So me and Ryan went a little too far into that evening.
I'm shocked.
Don't be. Don't be shocked. Because I don't remember a whole lot the next morning. But Nulu is somebody that I'm interested. Fuck, I did it again.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, y'all. Did it again.
I'm gonna probably lick this table when we're done.
I'm okay
This
with it.
table's
I
got a
would
lot
love
of
to-
shit
It's seasoned.
I wanna
built on
see
it.
it.
It's
It's
well
seasoned.
seasoned by far. 'Cause now, you ever see a
Super
funny story
seasoned.
about this table? This table actually came out of my house.
Yeah. We
We're gonna- drippy,
should
drippy.
smoke a brisket with this table.
Yes. I will cut it in
love
half and smoke a brisket.
Fantastic. I love it.
I can smoke a mean brisket.
He can. I give him credit. He can smoke a mean
is that a
brisket.
challenge?
Oh!
Oh, wait a minute. Are we
Oh!
here or are we here? Which one?
Are you calling me out?
I think he can beat you.
I don't think
There's
he
not
can.
a whole lot of people that can.
I don't
feel
think
he's
he
one.
can.
Catering business, 15 years.
Okay. Good for you. Personal journey, 36 years.
Yeah.
I don't know what else
You're,
to say.
you're much younger than me.
I'm just.
I am. So much younger than your old ass.
Yes.
You want
I
to
am
fight?
old.
Yeah.
If the camera could pick up the wrinkles on my hands.
God love it.
I love this guy.
I love y'all. This is,
Let's. I'm game.
yeah. Hey, a brisket
Hey, charity.
cook-off?
Okay.
Oh,
we do a
good Lord.
charity
Yeah.
and a longhorn and functional
Yeah.
gentleman. Let's. Okay.
There you go.
Let's put something
There you go.
together.
Yep.
Because I'm not gonna just do it.
No, it's gotta benefit somebody.
I want it to benefit something.
Like, I gotta get competitive juices flowing
Right.
here.
Prime
Like,
example. Can we benefit Christian Care Center, which is right here in Silsbee?
We can benefit whatever y'all want to
Yeah,
benefit.
y'all put it together.
Okay.
I'm not good at putting events together, but
I feel that's a load of shit, first of all.
You're a bullshit ass bullshitter. You can bullshit a bullshitter, but you can't bullshit a bullshitter.
Nope. Not even the closest.
hey,
It's moving toward.
I would toast you,
What did
Bucky,
y'all
but you
do?
don't have no whiskey left in your glass.
Oh!
Your SOL.
I brisket what you're saying.
Your SOL. Go drain your bladder. Or go get a water. Or go.
I'm gonna grab a towel, sir.
Okay, grab a towel.
So,
Y'all suck.
I got it.
made me think of something for tomorrow.
What
we
for
were
real?
talking about the game and we're talking about the teams
Yes.
and stuff like that.
Yes.
But
Thank you.
you know, the Super Bowl more than anything is
I'll
probably a social event.
I think it is.
More
Yeah.
than anything.
So, any particular dishes or anything we're preparing tomorrow?
So here's my deal. When I have a Super Bowl party, and Roy has been a part of most of them, I like to put it around where the Super Bowl is.
Okay.
So, like, for example, tomorrow,
We're doing Southwest.
Southwest.
Yep.
My plan.
You read Bobby Flay's cookbook.
No, God, no.
He hates Bobby Flay, first of all. He doesn't like Bobby
Fuck
Flay.
Bobby
The
Flay.
Southwest King.
I wanted something.
I agree with you 100%. I love the whole show of Beat Bobby Flay.
Yeah.
That's my jam.
Oh, yeah.
I love beat Bobby Flay.
Yeah.
My plan originally, and granted, there's a lot of things that have happened this week. My plan originally was Southwest style nachos. Because Roy's wife, Brandy, had mentioned making meat for nachos. I wanted to do Southwest style nachos. So you throw in like the corn and the hot
Black
sauce,
beans,
black beans,
stuff
and
like that.
Stuff
Yeah.
like that. And so she said,
Yeah,
"I'll
that
make the meat."
vegetarian shit. I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know how them,
we-
you know how them people.
Let's not get it
you
twisted.
know how
we
them
eat
people
meat
are.
up in this
right.
motherfucker.
So Brandy, Roy's wife, had said, "I'll make the meat," and so I said to my wife, "Well, let's make the ish." Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's make it Southwest.
The queso,
I'll throw in
the
the
other-
queso
Yeah.
with the Southwest style corn and refried bean type thing.
Which I'm not gonna lie, if we're pulling back the curtain a little bit, when I texted him and found out what was going on, we had avocado salsa, we had regular salsa,
Okay.
the whole fixins.
You had me at salsa.
Okay,
I like a
so
bit
we,
of
so we
salsa.
had a regular salsa, we had a
The avocado salsa.
but then he's like, "Hey,
I
I need today."
apologize.
And we get it. We 100% get it, considering what's going on.
Can I
personally.
admit I need? So for the past, we're now at probably almost 24 hours. I my thought process is I personally need a full
21
day.
hours, if you want to get exact.
Right. I need a day. Can I not have a day to process what just happened? Whether or not I'm watching, I might turn the Super Bowl off at
hey,
third quarter, and I might
full-
go to fucking bed. I might say fuck all of it.
Hey, full disclosure, what was my response?
I understand.
You can have all the time you want, brother.
Yeah. You do
And you do
boo-boo.
you, and however you have to do you
Excellent.
to be able to.
But-
I'll drink
the-
to that all day long.
And if you call me tomorrow and like, hey,
And that's my question right now, sitting here with both of you. What if Roy, Mike, I don't care. I honestly don't give a fuck. Sitting here right now, if I were to call both of y'all right here, right now, 20 hours from now at 6:15,
Okay.
game's about to start. Why aren't you here?
I'm 30 seconds down the road. Literally 30 seconds.
I would just need to know that you wanted me there before that. I mean, I live in Needland, but
Oh, obvious.
right.
That
But
because and Roy will tell you now that my plan every single year, fuck what's going on. My plan every year is to have Roy, Brandy, the kids, our kids, everybody hanging out.
Mike met the kids earlier.
Nine.
Yeah.
Prime example.
Yeah, exactly.
they love you. I mean,
Rock star.
like I was still questioning you.
Rock star.
And then I saw your kids like really like
Exactly.
they were genuinely excited
Exactly.
to see you, and I
Yes.
was like, "Oh shit, this is a
damn.
all right." He's
that's
legit.
a thing.
I have
He's
a
legit.
quote unquote
Yeah.
5-year-old. She'll be 6 on Wednesday.
But-
She literally has a birthday the day after
Yeah.
Valentine's, which Valentine's Day is on Tuesday. And then I have a quote unquote 9-year-old that'll be 10 in August.
I don't know how y'all do it. My youngest is, for me biologically, my youngest is 19, and it's like, oh man, I could not keep up with kids anymore.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's a total different
But-
ball game.
Yeah,
But is that not my first phone call?
I get it.
yeah.
Roy, I done pulled Hector the projector down. Y'all, just show up, please.
And I'm not gonna lie, if you send me that text message tomorrow, I'll be there.
But at the same time, I cannot thank this man enough for saying we completely understand, because since Thursday, I legitimately have not had a day to myself to stop and think about what just happened.
We talk about it all the time. Mental health is a real thing.
And that's my biggest thing. # men's mental health. Because then that's why I did a lot of what I did tonight. Because you can't stop and you can't think about it enough. There's not a whole lot of guys that would stop
Hey,
and cry on the show tonight.
You talking about a
Yeah.
quote unquote shocked moment? When I sent you the text message, hey, if you want me to do this show by myself, I'll do it. His response, not even question, he's like, I'll be there. That's what he sent me.
Yeah.
Like, no bullshit. I mean, if I'm misspoken, correct me on it. But you know damn good and well, I sent you, hey, I can do this solo because of what's going on personally with you. And your response was, I'll be there.
And if my actions have not spoke for themselves enough, I fucking love you. I fucking love you.
I fucking love you.
Yeah. We have, how long? I mean, that was December that we did the first podcast, and then we shared Whiskey
Y'all
Fest
suck.
together, and
You guys suck.
Fuck.
That's what I want to say. You guys suck.
man,
Like, let's just be dudes about it for a second.
Hey.
Can we be guys?
Yeah.
Can we be guys for just a second? You
I've
guys
told
fucking
you-
suck.
I've told you 100% from day one that I've got your 6.
I know.
And
Yeah.
I literally, I am.
But if I'm gonna be a dude, then I'm gonna not proud to show tonight. You guys fucking suck. Y'all suck. I'm not gonna proud to show tonight.
I've got to imagine this is the best episode yet.
Yeah, oh, by far.
Yeah.
I think it is.
We've been real.
Yeah.
We've cried. We've talked about football. It's balls and it's bourbon
Yeah.
and it's tears.
Yeah.
And if balls and bourbon and tears ain't a real show, I don't know what is.
We don't want y'all as listeners.
Exactly.
Yeah. We don't want y'all as motherfucking listeners.
Mike, thank you.
Is it time?
Thank you. No, and it may or may not be. I really don't give two shits right now.
No,
if,
I don't.
If y'all don't want to end the show, we don't gotta.
Roll with it.
But if I am saying at any point in time tonight, thank you, because you have been awesome.
Yeah.
And we talked pre-show, we've talked during show, and I'm guaranteed goddamn it, we're gonna talk post-show.
Hell yeah.
You done did been a part of the fam.
Man, I appreciate it. Like, this is really.
And if you knock on that goddamn door during the show,
yeah.
you can better believe you're gonna walk in the fucking door.
This is really a dream of mine to be able to sit here. Like, again, I've been into podcasting so long, and to meet y'all guys, it's so surreal how this relationship has materialized. And I just think that, like, I always feel like I'm in this constant flow with the universe, and things just worked out, and like the way y'all came into my life, and
For real.
and my love of whiskey, and then my love of Longhorn, and my love of Mike and Dennis, and to now this love of you guys, and this experience, and we're kind of getting to go down this road together, and getting y'all, like, we're getting to experience something from each other. Like, y'all are doing something that I'm extremely jealous of, but at the same time, you know I'm doing something y'all are extremely jealous of. And so it's just like this beautiful circle. And so I couldn't be more happy to be part of this family.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. I'm done.
How many bottles do we have to kill tonight?
I'm done crying.
I mean, there's a lot
Yeah.
in the barrel. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
don't know if I can cry anymore. And
So,
no.
again, let's celebrate
Okay.
the time you
Time
got.
out. Okay. I think I know where you're going.
Yeah.
Let's celebrate the time that I had with my grandmother.
Yeah.
36 years of my motherfucking life, I got to enjoy. When times were bad, I got to legitimately run to my grandmother's house and lock myself in her bathroom and say, nope, this is where I'm at.
And I'm not gonna lie to you one bit. I never met Mimi, but I'm gonna tell you right now, she is probably one of the most special women in my life, not just your life, my life, because of the fact that I feel that if she wasn't involved in your life, you wouldn't
I
be
wouldn't
who
be the
you
person I
are
am.
sitting across from me.
You are 100%
Yeah.
correct, sir. And
And that's the things we should celebrate.
shout out to my wife,
Yeah.
because she was 100% stepped up where I have lost a little bit in my life. I can't go to sleep today because my grandma spoiled the fuck out of me,
Yeah.
because that's who she was,
And that's what
without
you hope.
scratching my back. And
that-
you know what I asked my wife? Babe, just scratch my back for a minute. Just
Yeah.
just scratchy. Babe, just scratchy. And
And how lucky you are to have found a partner like that, because how many
lucky am
people
I?
don't
Not only
even
that,
find that.
Hey, not only that, how lucky are you to have a grandmother like that?
Yeah. To even have known her at all.
Accept me for
Yeah.
not just a grandson, but as his son. Because it was never a question. Because when it came down to it, over the last few weeks, we called each other weekly. We talked weekly. She was the number one real estate agent in my life. Hey, did you see the house that just came up for sale in Finette?
Did I?
That's what she was asking me.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I need you to move to Finette. Hey, this house came up for sale. Did you see it? Did you see it? Did you see it? Did you see it? That was the most recent conversations we had over and over and over and over and over again. But for my wife to step up in a way that nobody else has ever stepped up. I cried for probably an hour last night whenever I got the text message, hey, after everybody left, that's when she moved. That's when she passed on. And I cried for probably 45 minutes to an hour. And my wife did not care. And that's when I knew I married the right one.
Yeah.
That's when I knew. My grandmother, my Mimi, was there in my life. Nothing missed a step.
What's that?
I want everybody tonight, you enjoy your night. You fucking drink to enjoy your night. We're going to enjoy tomorrow. We're not going to be sad. Tonight's a night to celebrate. Tomorrow is an amazing game that is about to be celebrated. And we're going to celebrate that game.
Yeah.
That's why we're here tonight. And I don't want anybody to forget it.
Yeah, this podcast, I think, represents, we talk about whiskey, cigars, and it's things that bring people together. Mm-hmm. And this podcast represents all that. Tomorrow, the Super Bowl, I think, is bigger than even the game. We kind of referenced it earlier with the social aspect.
Well, it's a lot of history involved with it. I mean, it's the first time in Super Bowl history that two African American quarterbacks have squared off against each other.
Yeah.
It's the first time that two guys, from my memory at least, from the state of Texas, as far as Texas high school football, have squared off against each other.
Yeah, and I'm sure maybe there, as far as the Texas aspect, there's been a lot of Texas quarterbacks.
I'm sure there's been a lot of them. I mean, let's be honest.
Drew Brees is pretty good, and
Drew Brees, Nick Foles.
There's a ton of great Texas quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Yes, by far.
So, but I do think, and we referenced this earlier with the odds from Vegas to be a 1.5 point spread at this point.
That's a close spread.
Yeah, that's a very close spread.
That's probably the closest spread that I've remembered.
But the Eagles to be getting majority of the money is nuts to me.
Yeah,
I think it has to boil down to their defense.
Well,
I think literally, because I mean, let's be honest, Kansas City's defense,
Great.
well, I also think that the Eagles had a little bit, I'm not saying easier path, but they made it look easier.
I don't think it's that. I think it's the fact they have that quote unquote rocky eye of the tiger, not to be confused with our Silsby Tigers. I feel that's that aspect. They have that eye of the tiger aspect where it's,
what do you want?
Hey,
No, I was looking for your towel.
us
Draw this up.
versus the world. And I think that's literally where they're at. It's Philadelphia versus the world.
And I haven't mentioned this to this point, but something I do think that does come in pretty big in games like this is, and it obviously favors the Kansas City Chiefs, is
Well,
the
it
just
favors them
experience.
because of the fact that they've been there before.
They've been there before.
and I get
And
that.
that's my biggest thing.
And-
that's what I'm
and
worried
that's
about
not
the
to be-
most.
Yeah, that's not to
is
be just.
the Chiefs have been there before.
But
the
as much as
Eagles,
I hate to say
this Eagles team has not.
as much as I hate to say this, I think Hurts is going to live up to the moment. And I hate to say that, being as
Hurts
I'm a
is a
quote
coach's son.
unquote UT guy. I hate to say that about Hurts, but I
But he's a
won't
coach's
just,
son. He knows the moment. He knows
so
what
let's
he's
go
going
on
into
record
it.
here. Let's we've given prediction. Let's go final scores.
Final score.
27-21 Philadelphia.
Ooh, he just dove right into
He
that
just
motherfucker.
Right into
he
it.
dove into that hole. To take a quote from last week.
Yep. I dove into that rabbit
Head
hole.
first, just
27-21 Philadelphia.
consensus right now. Over under is 51.
Okay.
Are you feeling over 51?
I think it's going to be.
51's a lot.
I think it's going to be 34-17, Kansas City.
What? Why? What?
I think Jalen Hurts
What?
will not be able to get off like he has been. I
don't
think
think so.
I think history has proven to us in the NFL that a pocket quarterback
Nope.
is more successful.
Nope.
And that's 100% fact.
I don't
You're
think it
on
is.
his side. Y'all bet Chiefs. You said Chiefs
No.
earlier.
I
many
literally
dual
said
threat-
27-21 Philadelphia.
How
If
many
you
dual
listened.
how many dual threat quarterbacks have won a Super Bowl?
They're both dual threat.
None.
Yeah, but Patrick Mahomes is much more of a pocket passer than Jalen Hurts
That's what I
is.
said earlier.
Yeah,
But Hurts is going to run your ass over.
I don't.
Oh, you're right. I'm so sorry. That was him
I-
and him that said Chiefs.
Yeah.
Me and you said Eagles. I'm so sorry. My bad. Brother. Brother Roy.
I think
Brother.
I think
Brother
the
Roy.
Eagles have the potential to get embarrassed tomorrow.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't. I think the Chiefs.
I'm a quote unquote 21 Eagles. Go
Yeah.
ahead and mark it down right
34-17 KC.
now. Nope. Not even close.
This is going to be an interesting text conversation tomorrow night.
Oh, it's going to be
I
very
can't wait.
interesting.
I can't wait. I want all three of us
Yeah,
to be a part of this because I'm telling you right now. Hold on. Let me pull it back up. Over under is currently 51.
Okay.
that's 34 plus 17.
So 27 plus 21 is 48. So I'm
you're
taking the under. I'm
Oh.
taking the under.
I'm taking the under too.
Okay.
But I say the Philadelphia Eagles.
Like I said, 27-21 Eagles. Go ahead and mark it down.
Yeah, I think there's zero chance the Eagles win this game.
I'm not gonna tell you this very often. I think you're fucking retarded.
We're going to find out
We'll
tomorrow.
find out. Because I know
To be continued.
sure as shit as I'm wrong, Mike's gonna send me a text message. Hey, you're wrong.
Yeah.
27-24 Eagles win tomorrow because they grind it out. They figure it out.
I think
They
the ground game.
They grind, they
alone-
grind, they grind.
Yes.
I think they can figure out a way to tackle a hobbled Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, because that ankle.
27-21.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, but he played with that high ankle sprain in the last game.
Yeah, but
Yes, he did.
he didn't play against defense like
Like the
Philadelphia's.
Philadelphia played against the NFC all year.
The NFC is legit. What the fuck are you talking about?
San Francisco was the
Hey.
best NFC team this year as far as record.
No,
Correct.
well, as far as record, as far as actual skill, you had the Saints.
I think
You had the
Buffalo,
49ers.
Cincinnati, KFC may be the top three teams in all
You're
of them.
fucking retarded. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Fucking retarded.
Joe Burrow may be the best quarterback.
He is.
Joe Burrow,
I will
I
say
like Joe Burrow only because of the fact that he smokes cigars.
Joe Burrow is the best quarterback.
And the fact he's from, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Oh, T.
Well, he's
T,
from,
T,
he's from
T,
Ohio.
T.
Yeah.
Okay.
T. Since you bring that up,
Okay.
Brian Urlacher.
Okay.
We all remember Brian
Yeah,
Urlacher.
Chicago Bears
The Bears
linebacker.
linebacker, middle linebacker.
Number
actually.
Is
51.
not a fan of whiskey or cigars.
You know what I say to Brian Urlacher?
Yeah. He probably likes skinny jeans.
This is what I say to Urlacher. Go ahead and watch the screen. Urlacher, you suck a donkey's cock.
Would you have ever thought Brian Urlacher not a fan of cigars or whiskey?
Stupid ass.
And a fan of skinny jeans.
He's from literally, like I know his hometown.
Inquiring minds want to know.
He's from Covington, Louisiana.
Really?
Is where Urlacher's from.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Theo Vaughn's from Covington,
He,
Louisiana.
very much.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you reference. I got to give you a fist bump on that. I love the fact that you love the King and the Sting.
Oh,
Yes.
dude, come on.
I tried to get him on the King and the Sting, and he didn't get into
Are we
it.
doing
Yeah.
one of them things tonight?
Let's hit it.
We doing it?
Yeah.
All right. This has been the pregame, big game
Yep.
preview show.
Bourbon and
with,
balls.
with
Mike Wright
special
from
guest
Longhorn.
Mike Wright
Yes.
from Longhorn Liquor. This has been fucking amazing.
This has been fun.
Thank you. Thank you for coming on. Roy, thank you for tonight. Thank you for yesterday. Thank you for being the person you are.
I try. It ain't easy, but I try.
Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Let's call Frog, huh?
I want someone to look at me like I look at whiskey.
Ooh.
I want that kind of love in my life.
I
I
found
want
it.
that Mimi love.
I found
want
it.
that husband and wife love. I want that Mike Wright and Longhorn Liquor love.
You want the truth?
Truth.
I found it. I lost it. And then I showed up tonight
Found it again.
and I found it again.
Yes.
Love you guys.
I love you.
Fantastic.
I don't, what, hold on.
Oh.
Let's just delay for
Hold
a
on.
second.
Time
Let
out.
me get a fresh pour.
Because I lost it. I lost it yesterday. I showed up tonight and I found it again.
Because there was question. I'm not gonna lie.
I've found-
I questioned you
I know
100%.
you
I
did.
said, hey,
You
if
don't
you
have to
want
show
me
up.
to do this
No,
solo
because I
with
sit
Mike
here
Wright,
tonight
I can do it.
and I cannot thank both of you.
Yeah.
Because tonight is what I wanted everything to be. Because I cannot lose myself in what I just lost.
Yeah.
I can only find myself in the people that I love and want to be around. And it is Mike Wright and it is Roy Gravis. And this is what I need. And I cannot thank y'all enough for being here for me and just not hesitating one bit. So every single person that is listening can understand this is what it's about. So we salute.
Salute.
I'm gonna do something I normally don't do. My hat goes off to your Mimi
Thank you.
by far. You know me well
Salute.
enough. I normally don't do that shit. That hat is right there.
Love you, brother.
I wouldn't do it either with a head like that.
I know, right? There's a big cut in the middle of it where I hit my rearview mirror on my box truck. But at the same
I
time,
just say shit to make me laugh.
check out the merch, functionyourway.live. Hit us up on the email, functionyourway.com. We're always available.
Yes, we
I
are.
respond. He responds.
Yes.
Everybody responds. We've got some good stuff coming up.
If y'all want to find me, just call any Longhorn Liquor.
Any
Say you're looking
Longhorn.
for
Yes.
Michael Wright.
Legitimately any Longhorn
Yeah.
liquor.
They can get a hold of me.
I promise you, ask for Mike Wright.
I love these two motherfuckers right here.
I love
Like
you.
it's true.
Fantastic.
It's truly a passion. Like, thank y'all so much for continuing to have me on and
Hey,
and
like
speak
I-
about things that I love.
Like I've told you
And
before, that door is always open.
If you knock, it's gonna come
I'm
open.
gonna push that invitation. I'm
I
telling
know
you
you
guys, like, one night y'all gonna be back here playing Call of Duty or something. I'm gonna be like,
I mean, we could.
I'm gonna do it. I'm hashtag blue bonnets.
yeah.
Hashtag function your way.
Hashtag Mimi.
Hashtag Mimi, however you want to spell it. Hashtag function your way. Hashtag for the fans. Hashtag 2023 for the fans.
Hashtag 2023, year of the gentleman.
You're the gentleman. She's never going to be forgotten. My escape, my runaway. R.I.P. I love you, Mimi. And we are out tonight. Y'all enjoy the Super Bowl. This has been the Functional Gentleman. Be good, be safe. Don't drink and drive. We're out.
My tongue, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you.